AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you.
Live from our studios in Austin, Texas, this is Drinkin Bros Fake News with Ross Patterson, Dan Hollaway, Papa G with the traffic,
How you feel?
Not good.
Yeah?
field reporter Hot Bob, and Delco Dan with sports. Welcome to Fake News.
Yeah! Welcome to Drinkin Bros Fake News, everybody. Bringing you the realest, fakest news of the week. My God, do we have a doozy today, huh?
Yeah, it'll be a fun show.
I can't believe this happened, first of all.
Oh, I can. Petulance.
I cannot.
Come on now.
I cannot believe this happens, okay?
Yeah.
Now, you've listened to the show for many, many years at this point. We're on year 10. 10 years. It'll be at Thanksgiving. It'll be 10 years. Holy shit, can't believe it. But this one, man, we call the show Fake News from the very get-go because it was obviously Trump fake news. I think you created it, actually. And with that, we were doing news stories that sometimes are real, sometimes sound fake, and you're like, all right, what's really going on here? And when I got to work, I thought Bob was pranking me. I had no idea. I walked in and he said, "Hey, did you get the lawsuit?" And I was like, "No." Typically, the lawsuit is delivered in an envelope. We get a sign for it and all that other shit. Joel, who's will be back this weekend with Gary from the fires in L.A., actually hand-delivered me a lawsuit 10 seconds before we went on air that show.
Yeah, what was it, like a year and a half ago or something? And Joel, Joel just doesn't have the cultural wit, I guess.
He's dumb.
To say no.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody tries to hand you something, this is why Iron Man doesn't like being handed things, because it's almost always a lawsuit.
That's it.
Right?
Every single time. So it's like, hey, if it's flat and skinny, nobody's sending you anything flat and skinny unless it's a fucking lawsuit, okay? Nobody's, writing letters and sending you papers anymore, faxes, and then signing for it unless it's a lawsuit. Now, this one wasn't actually sent.
Well, it wasn't a lawsuit. It's just a C&D.
It's a C&D, which, if you don't do what they say, if you don't cease and desist, or issue in a correction, then they can sue you here. But this one actually got emailed to Bob first, oddly enough, out of all of us.
No, to our personal emails.
Yeah, it got emailed to like 10 different emails, and none of them were the right ones.
No way,
I'll address that momentarily.
For sure. So I said, okay, who is this from? And they were like, well, Dan Crenshaw. Now, earlier on that day, Cat Turd, yes, the beloved Cat Turd from Twitter, now known as X, also posted about getting a threatening C&D from Crenshaw as well, and blah, blah, blah.
He's getting his money's worth out of that retainer.
It sure is. Now, me personally, because we record 3 to 4 shows a day out of here, we got listeners here, and we're chatting, usually drinking, having some fun afterwards. I don't really remember it. Like, we do the show. It's all fresh. It's not really scripted, except for fake news, obviously, because we got to get things right. I don't remember the Dan Crenshaw rant over, was it Christmas?
I don't.
Was
Yeah,
it the
it
Christmas
was.
show?
I think it was.
It was
right before.
fake news right before.
Right before Christmas. Yeah.
Okay, the fake news right before Christmas. Because I remember we were wearing the eye patches for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason we got paperwork.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, certainly.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, you know, come on.
Yeah, so that's our top story here.
Yeah. So we'll go through it
Dan
now.
Crenshaw tries to sue Drinkin Bro.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, we said some things. I said some things. I'm not saying we. This is all me.
Okay.
Right? So first and foremost, I would like to thank Crenshaw for being a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Your support means the world to us. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
He's been on the show.
Not when I was here.
That's true.
Yeah, I would not have allowed that.
Jared actually did the interview up on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, I would not have allowed that. So the C&D, just to be clear, we'll go through it, mentions 2 sections, and I'll address them in reverse order because the second one I actually did get wrong. The first claim I made was that, and I read it I read it on Twitter, and the post mixed up the 2 names. It was Mark Wayne Mullen that did what I said he did. So I said that Crenshaw had some shady dealings earlier in this year, I meant 2024, with Raytheon, and that was incorrect. So that is your correction.
Yes.
That was not correct. That was Mark Wayne Mullen, who is another rhino piece of shit, who might be worse than Crenshaw, but that's for another show. Crenshaw's purchase of stock was Boeing in 2021, not Raytheon in 2024. Bob, you can click that last link if you'd like, and you can track all of Dan Crenshaw's trades. And we'll go back to this link later to prove another claim he made in the C&D is absolutely inaccurate. So,
okay.
Boeing, according to public records, is the 4th largest military industrial complex company in the world, so quite a bit larger than Raytheon. So it turns out it's quite a bit worse than just having been Raytheon. But he did invest in Raytheon in 2021. I got this information from a New York Times article in 2022 that listed Crenshaw amongst 97 members of Congress who had, quote, suspicious dealings with companies their committees oversaw.
I'm seeing a Boeing trade in 2020.
There's one in 2021. The purchase was in 21. The purchase was in 20. And the sale was in 22. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Sorry about that. So yeah, it was a Boeing purchase in March 27th, 2020, and then a sale February 2nd, 2022, and then during that time. I'm sorry, so we don't get another C&D, I guess. January 20th, 2022 is what this link you sent me is telling me. Maybe the sale clearance. I don't know. The date I had was 22.
Okay.
Or 2/22, but either way, it's 2 days apart. So,
what are the totals of these financially, by the way?
We'll get to that in a minute. So, you don't know actually because they're not always listed. They're listed on the financial report somewhere between $1,000 and $15,000, or I think $16,000 and $50,000, and then 50 to 100 and something like that. I can't remember what the categories are, but it's 1 to 50,000, 1 to 15, 5,000.
I have it 1,001 to 15,000.
Oh, okay. So that's what I mean. 1,000 to 15,000 is what I mean. Yeah. So anything over 1,000 has to be registered. At any rate, don't interrupt me again. So this comes. Shut up,
right.
Bob. Shut the fuck up.
This comes from a New York Times article, which you can link to. It's linked there. Bob, pull it up and say the name of the article so people can look it up if they'd like, including his attorneys if they'd like to look this up.
Now you may speak.
No, you don't need to speak. Just put the fucking thing up.
Well, I'm a little paywalled here.
I'm logged in. I'll get it. Hang on. Anyways, so Crenshaw's people responded to this and said that it was only small dollar amounts from 1,000 to 15,000, which is the lowest category that you actually have to register for. But here's the thing, Dan. I don't give a fuck how much it is or isn't. It's not about the total dollar amount. You're out here pushing and voting for war, for foreign military aid, and you're profiting off of the deal. That is a fact. You buy here, and I'll draw you the straight line. You buy stock in a fucking military industrial complex company that services those orders to send things to Israel or Ukraine or wherever the fuck else, right? Then you vote yes to send that money somewhere, and then your stock that you own goes up. That's no different than owning a company and using taxpayer dollars, voting on it to send something somewhere, to take money from taxpayers and enrich your company. It's no different. Sorry. It's not speculation or conjecture. You invested money in Boeing, took actions in your official capacity that whether you intended it to or not made that stock more valuable, and you were fully aware. Look, we know it's not a crime. They mentioned in this C&D the Stock Act. At no point did you and I mention the Stock Act on the show during that episode.
No.
Nobody called him maybe I call him a criminal. That would be my opinion. But we know it's not illegal. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
But it's wrong. Whether it's illegal or not, it's wrong.
And we all think that's everybody, Republicans, Democrats, whoever in Congress, Senates, should not be able to trade stocks based upon, bills that are coming up, things that are coming up around the world.
Even if you didn't know, the straight line I draw right there, there is no defense for that. It doesn't matter if you're on the committee or not. If it's an up-down vote in Congress or the Senate and you're a member of either one, and you own a company that will profit from your vote, that is wrong, period. It's morally wrong. It's objectionable, and it's a dereliction of your duty. Now, the other claim was that Crenshaw routinely lies about his involvement in the stock market. Let me get the exact phrase that they used. Crenshaw is one of the top traders in all of Congress and repeatedly lies about his involvement in the stock markets. That is 100% true. He is, any list that's put out about the S&P average and how he's in the top fucking 30 or whatever every single year since he's been in office, so far as I can tell. I'm not going to go verify that, but he's been, you can go look that up for yourself. Multiple times this dude shows up in the best, like he must be the luckiest dude of all time.
Is this ROI or volume?
ROI, not volume. ROI. Okay, so he was on a show with my friend Batia not too long ago on the Free Press, and they asked him about banning stocks, and he went on some like sad low T rant about how he only has 25K in the market. It starts at 17:10, right around there, and you can play that clip right quick. It's probably going to be an ad, but see.
There you go.
Yeah, just play
No,
it.
dog, I'm premium.
There you go. Look at you,
Bob.
Bob.
We're very grateful to you for coming on. If I could just ask one last quick question. Again, this is a polling question, but polling shows that there is majority support, 86% of Americans support a ban on members of Congress trading stocks. You've been sort of ambivalent about something like that. I did see that a bill did make its way out of committee. Would you vote for a ban on Congress members trading stocks?
Yeah, I mean, this is like number 1,000 on my priority list of things to care about. This is one of those stupid things that I've been dragged through the mud on. You know how much fucking money I've ever had in the stock market? About $20,000.
Okay, stop that right there. There's no need to play this any further. And now you can go down to the quiver quant rather, right there. Blow that up real big, and you can see the trade volume from Dan Crenshaw is $313,000, which is quite a bit more than 20,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they even added that to the C&D. That's an abject lie. You've just watched him lie. Am I wrong about that?
No.
In my opinion.
In your opinion.
In my non-legal, non-professional market opinion, he just lied right to your fucking face about that.
Yeah.
The end, right? So, the trade he made I want to go back to the trade that he made with Boeing in 2021. Now, I don't remember, or in 2020, excuse me. Purchased in 2020, sold in 2022. It's about a 2-year, almost exactly 2-year period. And to be fair, this could have been his people could have handled that. He may not even know that fucking exists, right? But you have a fucking duty to if you're voting to send money to other countries.
Yeah.
Or to even bolster our own fucking military.
Well, take that border bill, for example, that's he was trying to get everybody to vote for, and then going on Instagram and telling how great it was. It was sending a shit ton of money to Ukraine.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe he didn't know that this is because, like, you let your fucking trader do whatever. Like, hey, here's the categories I'm interested in. Go ahead and do what you think is smart. And that's not a dumb thing to do, by the way, because a trader is going to be smarter than you are about that if they're good. Fair enough, right? But you have the duty to know that. If you're voting on it to enrich yourself, you have a duty to know that and either abstain from it or pull yourself out of the vote. One of those two things. That's it, right? So the value of that stock went up 25% in 2 years on one trade. That's 12.5% per year. If you can get 12.5% per year on something, that's a pretty goddamn. You can take that return on any investment. You would take that return on any investment.
Any day of the week,
right?
I would take that return. Yes.
And I don't know how he voted on gifting tax dollars to the military-industrial complex during that time specifically, right? I don't know. I know that since Ukraine kicked off, he's voted for pretty much everything Ukraine-related. He's actually got an excellent score on GOP4Ukraine.com. If you want to go check that out, right? That's another fucking independent
I
group.
spend most of my days there, just lounging around, reading that.
Same with your underwear off.
Yeah.
Take that for what it's worth, but in my opinion, this is my opinion. This is a guy who's voting to increase foreign military aid while purchasing stock in a company that benefits from that vote.
Mm-hmm.
Boeing 100% benefits from that vote.
Yes.
And he owns Boeing. It's like you're an owner of a company and you're voting to send money that belongs to other people, taxpayers, right? Now, the other claim the New York Times made, this is a B, I didn't even know about this, was that he made trades, and it was the same category, 1,000 to 15,000, with a company called Kinder Morgan, which is an energy infrastructure company, while he was a member of the House Energy and Commerce Subcommittee on Environment and Climate Change. Jesus Christ, that's too many words.
It's a lot.
I don't know if that's shady or not. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. But here's the bottom line. We know it's not illegal. That is the problem. A member of Congress can purchase a stock, vote on something that directly affects it, whether they know or think about it or not, and then sell that stock for a profit. It's wrong. Nobody said it was illegal, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? In closing, for the next C&D, go ahead and send it to the New York Times and CC me, and maybe this time get my name right, spell my name right, get my address right. This is all easy to find. My phone number, my fucking email address, which is public. Like, they didn't get anything right on this.
No.
It's shocking how poorly this was done.
But it came to Bob, of all people. Like, that's crazy.
Well, they just wanted it to get to me.
Yeah, but usually it's hand delivered. So usually you got to sign for it. It's hand delivered. It's a whole process and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you pay a company to do it, and it's only a couple $100. I
mean, honestly, Dan, if you're out there and you're listening to this, and I know you are, buddy, you may want to get a new fucking attorney because this is not great.
No.
At any rate, I mean, our business attorney was like, all right.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Well, I mean, look, when he read it, and I chatted with him, and I said, hey, what do you want to do about this? Issuing the retraction on the mistake you made about.
Yeah, and I do. That was wrong. It was worse than what I thought it was, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not necessarily true because I don't know for a fact that Crenshaw voted on something specifically having to do with Boeing. I don't know about that. I just know that any money that goes to Ukraine, Boeing is the fourth largest military industrial complex company in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting a taste. What Mark William Mullen did was quite a bit worse. Like he purchased a stock, voted on something, and then immediately sold it not too long after that. That's
right.
That's what I read, anyways. I don't know. I'll have to go confirm that before I get sued by this dickhole too. But I stand by the fact that you constantly misrepresent your position in the stock market. We just showed the evidence for that. So, in closing, and as usual, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And then for us, it sucks because when you ran, we talked about you on the show. We liked you. Me personally, I think the world needs heroes, in particular, veteran heroes. You were that guy. Where you lost me along the way was with the stock market shit, and the Ukraine shit I fucking hate to the end of the world. But Jared directed all your commercials, our co-hosts, for your campaign, for the re-campaign, and all that other stuff that went viral and everything else, and thought you were, a pretty decent guy. What I couldn't stand was the one interview he did where he said, well, why would you do this job? He was getting hounded about the stock market. And he goes, why would you do this job if you couldn't benefit yourself? And that's not what the job is. We're not a gotcha show. We're not here to tear down other fucking people. Dan is not here to tear down other veterans. This is simply a politician. He's talking to you as a politician here and why it is wrong to do this.
It's disappointing.
Why you're in Congress.
It's very disappointing. And it's why, my solution to this would not be to ban stock trading necessarily.
Why not, though?
Well, here, this would be...
Well, what's the benefit of keeping it?
No. That's not what I'm saying. My solution would be to say that as you're a sitting member of Congress, either house or the president, the states can figure out their shit for themselves. But if you're in either one of those houses, you can't have any additional income. Stock market, 401k's got to go, fucking everything, right? And the reason is because if you are able to continuously enrich yourself while you're there, and irrespective of the job you're doing, I just mean like you've got a fucking auto parts store that's doing really well, you can just survive in D.C. forever now. No, you go there, you suffer sleep in fucking barracks, right? And you get paid less than what you're getting paid now. You're not getting a fucking raise. You should cut that in half. You go there, you suffer through it, you serve your community, and you go back fucking home, right? I don't want to set up a place where these guys can fucking live out their lives telling everybody else what to do. That is not what our fucking legislature was designed for. So the end, motherfucker.
And I believe Ted Cruz just introduced term limits as well. We obviously saw Nancy Pelosi walking around with a broken hip. Bob, can you pull up a picture of Nancy Pelosi in that walker from the other day there?
Well, we don't know that that's
January
from her.
6th.
We don't know that that's from. And look, again, I don't want Nancy Pelosi reaching out. But we don't know that that's from the fall. She may have had just a fun weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
With her super straight husband?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the fucking the heavies on this broad.
Yeah.
She may have been out there fucking getting real.
And that's
she was in Europe
cool.
at the time, right?
Yes.
Wait, Bob, where did she break her hip?
Yeah, where did she fall down, Bob?
Because Europeans are quite a bit more liberal sexually than we are.
They really are. And her husband, Paul, had that
Well,
sitch
no, it
with
wasn't
the pink
him.
hammers.
Yeah, it wasn't him. that did it.
No, I don't think Paul was out there.
We've all
hitting it.
made eye contact with Paul at this point. He's not putting anybody in a wheelchair.
No, not at all. Matter of fact, he got put in a wheelchair by that other man.
Yeah.
Luxembourg.
Really?
Dude, that's the highest. That's the wealthiest country per capita in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very wealthy.
So there,
Probably slipped on marble.
You know-
Marble's very slippery when you get out of the shower.
you know what wealth does. People just get wild as hell
fuck yeah.
sexually.
also,
Yeah.
Paul could handicap somebody behind the wheel when he's drinking and driving.
Oh,
you
fair
know?
enough. Yeah, I guess.
But where they live, though, that's just having fun. You get 6 glasses
Bumper
up there of
cars?
wine.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
6 glasses of wine, and it's all in hills, anyways, where you get a parallel park.
It's that neighborhood is that area right there is flat where she lives. But
Yeah.
around it is it's like a fucking roller coaster.
There was a bet once on this show where if one of our candidates lost, that I had to take a shit in front of her house in San Francisco because it's legal, obviously, to do. And one of our listeners found it in like 10 seconds and took a picture of it and sent it in. And they go, hey, this is the house you'll be shitting in front of. And it looked like a nice house to shit in front of, by the way. So I was enjoying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as, Bob, the stock market goes, there is a list that comes out every year of people who have made the most in Congress.
Yeah, this account Unusual Whales, and then he's got a website as well. As a matter of fact, I don't know the guy. I'm not pimping his product or anything like that.
I don't know. I follow him, though, on
You
Twitter.
should definitely follow Unusual Whales on Twitter, but his website, you can track anybody in Congress you want and all the trades they make, right? So if you're so inclined, I mean, he does analysis, or she, I don't even know if it's a dude or not, actually, but they do analysis of trades that overlap with votes.
Okay.
I haven't looked into any of this stuff because who's got the fucking time, right? But certainly, I'm sure there's some shady shit going on if you look closely enough.
Unusual Whales. It could be Brendan Fraser. Bob, pull up Brendan Fraser from the whale there and just show him.
Yeah. And then again,
it might be him, dude.
Just again to put a bow on this, I know it's not illegal.
Yeah.
Don't care. It's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know that Crenshaw knows specifically that he's doing something wrong or thinks he's doing something wrong. I don't care. Mm-hmm. You're in a position of fucking power and authority over other people spending their money. You have a responsibility to do that without there appearing to be any conflict.
Yeah.
And right now it appears there is
And
to anybody that's paying attention, including myself.
Hopefully they pass something in Congress that prevents Congress from stock trading, but let's face it, that's probably not going to happen there.
Unlikely.
Look at Brendan Fraser there. Oh, that's my favorite whale. My God. A lot of people say Free Willy. It's not. It's Brendan Fraser.
He lost the weight, though.
Did he?
Yeah, they just took the suit off.
Oh, okay. I know he beefed up for it and a little bit, but it also kind of seemed like an excuse just to keep eating. And I don't mind that either. He won an Oscar for it, so God bless him. But yeah, Dan, so correction issued. Mr. Crenshaw, the correction has been issued regarding the stocks. Well, that's a no-go. Also, if you want to come on the show and chat about it with Dan, more than happy to host that debate, and we can go over what should and shouldn't take place in Congress, because that's what Trump is appearing to try to do in this next administration with some of these unusual hires and all that other stuff, is to get rid of the corruption or the potential corruption that certain votes would cause to certain people's stocks should they have them.
I mean, just the idea that there should be some pathway to enrich yourself. as you're serving your community
Yeah.
that's wild bullshit to me. Jesus
I
fucking
think
Christ, man.
if you want to give these guys a way to enrich themselves, like HGH or steroids, D-ball, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make all
that would be fun.
If you want to make all the gas free,
yeah.
and then everybody in Congress, like literally everybody, including the women, are all wearing shirtless sleeveless suits.
Yep.
Like fucking Dwayne Elizondo, Camacho, Mountain Dew, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
And Idiocracy, I would support that. And taxpayer money would pay for that, and I'd be fine with it.
You know who's pretty jacked in real life was Marjorie Taylor Greene. When I
yeah,
saw her at Tucker's thing, I was like, oh, shit, dude. She definitely CrossFits, man.
Yeah, she
Way
does.
to go.
Well, I mean, you know.
Way to go. What's up?
She was dating a guy.
Don't know. Don't know about that. Do you know what he looks like?
No, I don't actually know what he looks like.
Have you never seen the photo?
No.
Bob,
so.
pull up the one of him in the gold pants.
We've certainly pulled him up like 12 times.
On this show?
This doesn't interest me. I don't care.
It does. It does.
But
and I love it. I actually like her, by the way.
The point
in real
is,
life.
yeah, she's cool. But
She's actually really cool.
She's definitely very fit.
But she's cool, too. Like, I like her. I know that's a crazy statement, but yeah, in real life, she's really fucking cool.
She's a little bit crazy.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Some people are a little bit country. Some people are a little bit rock and roll.
I don't know. What is that? Oh, is that AI video?
Oh, show me that AI video real quick. I've got to see this. Is somebody ripping the walker away? Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Are we there yet, dude? Where we're getting... Oh my God, dude.
She's like on fucking ice skates over here. It's getting close.
It's getting close. That still looks fake, but
yeah,
like this is so close to being
real. The walker
real.
is like collapsing, for Christ's
Look
sake.
at that. Look at her legs spread too. Oh boy, dude. God, we're getting so close to this shit being real and going viral. And
Can't wait.
We're gonna have to issue statements. Fuck, dude. Pelosi, 84, running again. She's gonna run it back. She said she wants to run again. Good for her. But yeah, Marjorie was dating this dude with he had gold yoga pants. They were kind of bright golds.
Fuck yeah.
Reminded me of like an 80s wrestler.
Maybe he was.
I'm not sure if it is.
You don't know.
Didn't get a chance to chat with her.
Whatever
She's jacked.
whatever was going on, he's probably in good shape too, right?
Well, you decide for yourself.
Oh. I'm sorry. What's on his legs? I don't mind the fanny pack.
Have you never seen this? Look at that.
No, I don't think I usually don't even look at the screen, to be honest.
Zoom in on that fanny pack, Bob.
Yeah,
just so
the
we can
fanny
really
pack
see
looks
that.
like it might be corduroy. That's pretty dope.
That is nice.
I like that.
Big too.
Or maybe it's just furry. Or, no, I don't know. Yeah, that might be just plain brown.
Yeah, that kind of looks like my kid's jammies.
I like that. And they're in Georgia, so there's almost certainly a gun in there, which I approve of that as well. And if you can't find one there, you can lift it up and find the gun right below it.
Sure can, dude.
We're
Look
talking
at
about
this
his
guy.
wiener.
Zoom into his face.
I don't know if I could fit into those pants. Although he's got pretty big legs, so maybe.
Yeah.
Damn, is that Chuck Liddell right
That's a
there?
big dude, man. That's a big dude. He would fuck your whole world up, Delco. In that gold.
I don't know. Go back down to the
outfit.
legs. Go back down to the legs. Oh, well, zoom in on him.
He's got a gut, too. I don't know. He probably
He's got quads, though.
Yeah, he's got some quads. He might be able to. I don't think he could deadlift with Delco, though. Delco's a fucking.
no cardio.
Delco throws up some fucking weight.
What are you weighing in at these days, Delco?
225.
Okay, so he's got a.
Shit, you're more than me right now.
Yeah, he's got to put. You're more than me as well. I came in at fucking.
I haven't lifted in
218
like
the other
2.5
day.
weeks, though, because I've been fucked up.
Man, I haven't done shit.
Usually I do
Shit.
legs twice a week. That's the only thing that even makes me feel good anymore.
Legs?
Doing leg day. I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like maybe I'm fucked in the head now. Maybe it's a masochist thing.
It's a natural testosterone booster.
It is. That's true. Yeah. So maybe
Gross.
that's it. Maybe it's just pumping my T up a little bit. But I felt like shit the last 2 weeks that I haven't been doing it. I'm kind of like, I've been coughing so much. I don't want to get caught in the middle of a lift with 300 pounds on my back and just and then throw my weights because my dogs are in the garage with me. And in my addled ADD brain, my brain is thinking, oh, I'm probably going to smash one of my dogs with this thing. Yeah. And now I feel like shit. So I should just go do it.
No weights at home because I got kids. And
I don't understand what that means. There's a Peloton at your house.
Well, that's it, right? But that's for my wife.
I think you should ride the Peloton and take those pink 2.5 pound weights
and just jazzercise it up.
Jazzercise the fuck out of it. Yeah.
No, Derek was saying it. Remember, we were down in his weight room at his house in Denver, and the kids came down. And he's like, "Dude, I can't even finish one workout."
Well, see,
there.
Wida has been dealing with that for years. He's got the twins, right? And he's had to condition them, like, "Hey, you guys can come out here and fuck around, but I'm working out. If you get in my way, I'm gonna knock you over."
Yeah.
So I guess that's the only way to do it.
Sorry about it, motherfucker. You know. First, Sponsor of the show is ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 50% off every single item in the entire store. Bob, pop it up on screen here. They kept it up from Christmas. They said, hey, people are going through some hard times out there, especially in California. And we're going to keep the 50% off rocking through the new year there. Head on over to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 50% off all mattresses, sheets, pillows. Scroll down. They've even got mattresses for RVs. Look at that guy. Look at how happy he is. And that Gabby Petito van. Look at that. Rev up your rig over there at ghostbed.com.
Is that somebody we know? What?
Bros.
Zoom in on his shirt. What's he wearing there?
Not sure.
Is that a adversarial shirt?
Could be Aubrey Marcus.
God damn it. Bob, can you fucking figure life out, please?
I can't do it. You can't.
It's not something you can do. The website adjusts.
You can
to the
zoom on anything.
Yeah. There's a little handicap thing in the corner. What
Son
does
of
that
a
do?
bitch. Yeah, click that.
Click the handicap
thing.
thing.
Maybe
Goes
it'll
back.
help you.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
None of that
Oh, they
shit's
have an
gonna-
ADHD friendly profile.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's
does that
you.
mean?
Turning it on. This is worse.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, I love it.
Now I'm just playing with this.
Oh, I love it.
You're never
dude.
gonna buy anything like that.
No.
You guys got to get that off the site.
That's actually what I love, dude. Man, that's playing inside my mind at all times.
I don't.
You just
Whoever
don't know.
designed that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Beautiful. There's a lot of people, man. So, you know, on podcasts, you can turn it up like 3 times the speed. And I always wonder who the fuck's listening to that. Because every probably 3 days in Drinkin Bros Maine, which is back, by the way, on Facebook. Shout out to Jared for getting that back over there. We got unzucked after he got red pilled. And there's probably every 2-3 days somebody who says, like, is there something wrong on Spotify or iTunes? It was playing, they sounded like chipmunks. And it was like, nope. You just hit the 3 times the speed. And I guess there is people out there that like it like that. Like 3 times the speed or twice the speed or whatever. I'm not one of those fucking dudes, man. So I don't use it. But if that happens in your pocket, you'll know why. Also, see you charging your credit card for $45 a month, you'll know why. It means your wife did the old pay-as-you-go program there. No interest as long as you have decent credit for 3 years. She probably bought a bundle package, which is the adjustable base mattress and pillows combined together. When you stretch it out, it is only $45, and it's worth it. Would you really notice if it's on the back of the credit card? Probably not. Get yourself a great night's sleep over at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. 50% off with the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Next up, Biden's farewell speech. End of quote. End of quote.
You could not have ended this fucking presidency any more aptly, frankly. Right?
It's nuts.
I mean, Jesus Christ, dude.
It's nuts. I remember...
Like, all you had to do was hold it together for one last time.
and he couldn't do it.
For fuck's sake.
I remember sitting down to watch this last night, and I thought to myself, get the fuck out of there, old man. And then I watched this.
Farewell address.
Now, here's what I...
Go ahead and play it.
Wait, here's what I'm curious about. Put the thing back up. So this is supposed to be a live address. I don't think it was.
It was not.
To be clear.
Nope.
But why are the windows behind him blacked out? Is it because they're trying to prevent, like those, you can't put a sniper round through that, so that's not that, right? Like you would have to fire, this is my understanding, you would have to fire 50 cal rounds, one after another. You'd have to fire one and then a split second later another one, and they would have to trail each other, go through the same impact to get through this thing, right? So it's probably not that. I think,
I can tell you exactly
or they're
what this
hiding
is.
that it's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning and he just woke up.
No.
And they just pumped it full of B12.
Here's my guess. This is a set in his basement, much like this, where you just sit in front of the thing, do your address, deliver what you need to deliver, because that's not even a real window.
It might not be, yeah.
This is what we use on movie sets. So
yeah. Hey, Bob, can you pull up a picture of the windows in the Oval Office and see
Yeah.
if they're gray lined like that?
I don't think they are.
Because you might be right. Because he did build that set in Delaware. Remember the
Yeah.
one where you got his COVID shots?
There
at?
was, I mean, I want to say over the course of his presidency, probably 3 or 4 national ones that were recorded right there. I mean, look at the difference here.
Oh, yeah, that's not the
It's
same.
not even close. Like, that's just not the White House, bro.
I don't know. Those are gray. Yeah, it might be the
they're
same.
gray,
They may just
but-
be blacked out.
Yeah. No.
You can't. Inconclusive on that one. I agree. It might. That's a good possibility that it's a set somewhere.
If it wasn't live, wouldn't they cut the end though?
So see how you can
something over the window here.
Yeah. So see how you can see the light in the window over there. So if it was blacked out,
Well, no, because you can see the trees at the top, and you can see some specks towards the bottom. I think that's just something. I think that's lighting or something.
My honest guess here is this was pre-recorded and it was probably from the set from his basement, only because of how flat it is.
Yeah.
Look at how flat and boring this is.
Yeah. I mean, they
it looks
really
nothing like the.
Well, they punched in, but they usually do this, and I don't know what those pictures are supposed to be.
The pictures behind him.
Like one of them on the left, it's him as a kid, then his family, and then on the right side or his left side,
Is one of them his
that's
son?
Bo.
Yeah,
and then
one of
that's
them
his-
he got out of the shower with his daughter. The other one,
I don't
is,
see Hunter in there anywhere.
Well, Hunter's smoking crack. Right there in the family pic, kind of behind everyone.
yeah.
And then the bottom one was when Hunter was with his dead son's widow wife, and they were just kind of chilling there.
Oh, that one on his left to our right there, that first one, that looks like him with his mom or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's Joe when he was younger. That's an old pic.
Yeah, and the far one to the left there in black and white is Babe. It's him and Babe Ruth.
Yeah, they went to the same high school.
Yeah, back in 1912. So go ahead and play this here for the audience. He had a rough go of it last night.
Spoke of the dangers of the military-industrial complex. He warned us then about, and I quote, the potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power, end of quote. No, it's fair.
So he went on this fucking tilt about oligarchies and whatnot.
It was bananas. Dude.
And it's like, you just gave the Presidential Medal of Freedom to somebody from the Rodham family and George goddamn Soros.
Yeah.
And you're out here talking about, but again, it's like James Lindsay says, the iron law of woke projection. Anything these motherfuckers are accusing you of doing, they've already done.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. Now, he also, to begin the address, before this stupid shit he said, he took credit for the ceasefire agreement, which, might be tenuous. There was some dust up about that this morning with Netanyahu, but...
Well, I saw Netanyahu's tweet, and he'd only thanked Trump in the tweet.
Yeah, no, but there's another dust up today that he's saying the terrorists aren't doing what they're supposed to do or whatever. I don't know. But, that's what... this is what Biden said. Today, after 8 months of nonstop negotiation, by my administration, the ceasefire and hostage deal has been reached by Israel and Hamas, and the elements of which I laid out in great detail in May earlier this year. So if you laid them out in May, why didn't they happen?
Yeah.
Now, we addressed this yesterday. Netanyahu, the Arabs, and former Israeli intelligence officials have all credited Trump with finally pressuring Israel to accept concessions to get the deal done. That's what actually happened. IDF General Amir Avivi said that it was Trump threatening Hamas that got it done, that Biden had nothing to do with it. And then, of course, the real story is that Trump convinced Netanyahu to take concessions. That's what really happened.
Yeah.
Threatening Hamas was certainly part of it, but the real move was Israel accepting stuff. So, this dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. He said that phrase, talking about someone else, but not about himself, because he's the one that sold influence to China and Ukraine, right?
Via his son.
And your boy Soros trying to topple our republic. He said that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, man. He prattled on about the economy, which he ruined, by the way, and the environment, which we did nothing to actually help. I mean, the best thing you could do for the environment is build nuclear plants. But the pièce de résistance was obviously the end of quote thing. I mean, you couldn't script this any better. And maybe they did, frankly. Maybe it was pre-recorded and maybe they left it in just to be like, just in case anybody had any other questions about what the fuck was really going on here. So thank whatever God you believe in that this fucking Muppet is finally gone. I don't think we could have endured even another month of this.
No, and it's strange, man, because certainly he was the worst president in our life.
Oh, yeah.
And not just for the mistakes he made and everything else, but the fact that people voted in a guy with dementia and they knew it. Like all those reporters who are now coming out saying yeah, man, I saw the signs, or I was part of the problem. It was that lady from the Washington Post who wrote that piece and everything else, and I saw the problem in 2018 or 19 or whatever it was, and it was like, you were all complicit.
Yeah.
Every single one of you was complicit.
Well, you know what's really bad is that 20 years from now, people are going to be having the same conversations about him that we were having about Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
Oh, he was a nice guy, just fucking bad luck or whatever, or maybe he wasn't a great president or blah, blah, blah. No, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit, a racist dummy that sold out his country. That's who he is.
And you know how he's going to prove it one last time before he leaves?
No, I don't know.
Is when he drops the pardons.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Jesus Christ. Who knows?
I watch these confirmation hearings in the morning when I wake up. Obviously, when I know we're doing the show today and everything else. I watched a little bit more of Pam Bondi, by the way. Adam Schiff specifically was drilling. If you can pull up this clip.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Of all the people that should be talking, like, she's a fucking turd and doesn't belong anywhere near government. She is a red flag law specialist. She helped Rick Scott pass that shit. But Adam Schiff shouldn't be talking to anybody.
Well, I know why he is.
About anything.
Play this clip
Which
here.
one? The one about Jack Smith?
Yes. Yep, the one about Jack Smith.
Okay.
The president has said Jack Smith should go to jail. Will you investigate Jack Smith?
Senator, I haven't seen the file. I haven't seen the investigation. I haven't looked at anything. It would be irresponsible of me to make a commitment regarding anything without, you're a long practicing attorney, without looking at a file.
So you would need a factual predicate to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
Not a summary by you sitting here. Yes, sir.
And not a summary by the president either, right?
Absolutely.
So a summary by the president or his desire to investigate Jack Smith would not be enough for you.
She just
to
said
open an
that, you
investigation
fucking
of Jack
cunt.
Smith. Is that right?
I will look at the facts and evidence in any case. You know,
and sitting here,
72%,
sitting here today,
Senator, 72% of Americans
please, I only have 7
lost
minutes.
faith in the Department of Justice.
Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Sitting here today, yes or no?
Senator, I will look at the facts and the circumstances.
You can't answer that question.
Brought to me.
You're not a part of the department yet. There's no worry about divulging
I'm sitting
law
here as a
enforcement
nominee.
sensitive information. So just tell us,
I'm
are you
sitting here as
aware?
a nominee.
Just tell us, are you aware of a factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Yes or no?
Senator, what I'm hearing on the news
Are
is
you aware
horrible.
of a?
Do I know if he committed a crime? I have not looked
You seem reluctant to answer a simple question. Let me ask you a different simple question.
So here's why this one in particular was so important with Adam Schiff. I personally think Adam Schiff and Jack Smith are going to be on those pardons. And by him asking this, he, at least Adam Schiff, can point back to this clip and said, I asked Pam Bondi about it. I was not satisfied with her answers. And therefore, I think Biden did the right thing by giving me a preemptive pardon because we just didn't know what we were getting into once the fucking new sheriff came to town.
Cool. Well, enjoy that subpoena, bud.
Exactly. And a lot of these confirmation hearings that are going on, the people that are asking specific questions regarding Jack Smith or January 6th aren't there. I mean, they are there to ask these questions simply because I think they all know these pardons are coming, and then they're going to have to fight this off forever. Because we got a bit of breaking news here where Pelosi was fine in that picture, walking around on Congress with her fucking walker and all that other bullshit. She will not be at the inauguration, apparently. You know why? I think she's on that list as well. And I think all of these people are going to have to answer it that day. Now, there's a lot that goes on. You've seen the schedule for the inauguration and everything else, and so have I. So there's not going to be a lot of chance for the press to get in there and talk to these guys and answer questions. But, like, it is going to be a fucking bombshell when that is released.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it 12:01 on Sunday night?
Yeah.
Before he gets in?
I think so, yeah.
And I think the reason you're getting this line of questioning throughout these confirmation hearings with Hegseth and these other guys is because they are going to be part of these pardons that are coming out. And with Schiff himself, this was his way to say, well, see, guys, I asked about it, and I didn't get the answer that was satisfactory to me. And it was like, no, it's because you made the whole goddamn thing up, and you don't want to do it. And for those of you who don't remember, Jack Smith was the one who brought the J6 case against Donald Trump there in Washington, D.C., with Chutkin, old Tanya Chutkin, who's one of my faves there. Speaking of which, Rubio went through his confirmation, or is still going through it. Florida's Republican Senator Marco Rubio sailed through his confirmation hearing with the Senate Foreign Relations Committee on Wednesday, all but assuring he will assume the role of top diplomat under the new Trump administration later this month. Rubio's confirmation hearing, a process usually full of verbal diatribes, strong political agendas, and elusive answers, was full of pleasantries from both Democrats and Republican lawmakers applauding his work in the Senate and his in-depth knowledge of complex issues across the globe. Though Rubio faced tough questions about detailed geopolitical issues on nearly every continent, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle also joked around with their Senate colleague. Florida Repube Senator Rick Scott introduced Rubio at the top of the hearing and quipped that finally he will be able to be the senior senator from Florida after the duo have served together in the upper chamber since 2019. With this one, by the way, they just named a replacements for him down in Florida.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Byron Donald for a while, but it looks like he's running for governor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How long does DeSantis have there?
I don't know.
Okay. Who's the chick here, by the way? She's kind of hot. And this is what I had asked for pre-election. Can we just clear all the uggos, too, out of government? Like, we need some more hot in there. Bob, just type in new Senator Florida. It'll pop right up. DeSantis just appointed her.
Oh, DeSantis' term is up in 26.
Okay.
So Donald will not run for Congress that year, I would imagine.
Okay, gotcha.
And run for governor. And
Ashley Moody, that's her name.
He will be a good governor.
Yeah. And then there's some low cut stuff too, Bob, if you want to find it there to highlight her heavies, but that's up to you. Obviously, I don't want to tell you how to do your job.
Moody is the current. She replaced Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
She's the current.
She's the AG down there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's in now, and she's going to be the new Senate person down there. Who's that? Who's she partying with there?
I don't know. I couldn't find any low cuts, but this is a heavy shot for sure.
There we go.
Is that what we're calling that?
Yeah. Yeah,
this is a serious show.
This is a real serious show, all right? We take our heavies very seriously on this show.
Oh, I meant that we probably shouldn't be saying that, but I guess, yeah, you're right.
Oh, can I not say that?
No, you say whatever you want. It's America. Okay. I'm just saying.
How would that be taken as a woman? I know we have about 4 women in the audience.
Well, we address dump truck. They realize it's a compliment, but it doesn't feel like one to them.
But what about heavies? You have beautiful heavies, ma'am. If I say ma'am, is that more friendly?
I don't think that probably makes it worse. To be honest.
No, I think to make it worse, I'd have to do it in like a real Southern accent. Ma'am, you got beautiful heavies.
I think if you end it with ma'am and then continue to stare at her with your mouth slightly open, that's when it gets to be a problem.
You're like standing outside the fire, like a quirky look.
Yeah.
I go,
well, you don't even need to use the tongue. Just like lean forward a little bit, like kind of like what Shane does.
Oh, Shane Gillis. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're just looking through one eye at somebody.
Just kind of. And I like to grunt and bite my lower lip too.
A couple of deep breaths. A couple of deep breaths.
Yeah, a couple of mandibles.
I wouldn't audibly grunt like that, but maybe a little growl. Yeah.
Ooh. What about a ooh?
Well, that implies that you are surprised by something. So I guess if she starts taking her clothes off, which sounds like would be likely in this scenario, to be honest.
Well, look. I try to spotlight the good in people, all right? It's always glass half full for me. Damn it. But congratulations to her. But, a lot of these confirmation hearings that I'm watching, God, a lot of these guys just seem like they're asking questions that they already know the answers to, that they're getting out of, where you're like, where the fuck are you?
Well,
because Pelosi's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Like, this one I get. So for, what's his nuts? Schiff, any of that J6 committee, he's going to say they're going after him. But Pelosi, what are they going to say about her? What's that for?
I don't know, to be honest. And again, I don't know what she could even be charged for. I know that Jill Biden hates her. She finally admitted that.
So There was J6, and I think it was regarding the National Guard troops or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a charge for dereliction like that necessarily.
Okay.
Like there might be. I'm not sure about that, but Rubio sailed through, and that makes me nervous.
Why?
Because if both sides agree, that usually means we're all getting fucked.
I know. Look, I didn't like Rubio I've never liked little Marco Rubio forever on this show. I've just never been a fan of that fucking guy. Ever since from day one. The first day I knew his name was him drinking the water. Remember that?
Is his name Ricky? What's his name?
Marco.
Oh, shit.
Isn't it Marco Rubio? Yeah. Marco Rubio.
He just seems like a Ricky to me.
I know, but his ears.
It's because of the fucking hair that makes him seem like a Ricky.
It's the hair, but it's the ears. So, like, when you have gigantic ears like this that are like Starlink ears, you've got to grow your hair long over the fucking ears.
Well,
Look at those goddamn things.
He might have a deal with Starlink, actually.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It looks like the right one's getting a little out of control.
He can hear what we're saying before the show even comes out.
He
on
may
iTunes.
need to get those trimmed up.
It's too late.
No, you can get it done.
Look at those goddamn things, man. He could take off at a circus.
Sundai in the chat says Boeing has a $6.9 billion contract with the Air Force for small diameter bombs that go to Ukraine, amongst other things. So there's one direct line. Just call back. We'll move on.
Sorry, I just can't stop looking at his fucking ears. Bob, one more time with these goddamn things. Zoom in on this pic. Fuck me.
Yeah, and Rubio has been pretty adversarial on the Hill with regard to some stuff, especially China.
China.
So the fact, to be honest, I think the fact that everybody kind of played soft with him on this means that they know there's no point. They're probably saving it up for somebody else.
You ever played soft on coke or anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
sometimes you're pushing rope, yeah. But you get it done.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, I agree with you, man. When anybody sails through like this, you're just like, all right, great, we're getting fucked here
it
by
comes.
somebody. I was never really a fan of this. By the way, this is why I liked some of the other picks of Trump's, is because I didn't want this old guard around anymore. So I didn't like this pick.
Yeah, he's a bit of a neocon guy, to be honest, but he also hates China more than anybody that's in government. So,
why is that?
Because fuck him.
No, I didn't know if he had a bad Asian experience.
No, because his dad fled communism
in
Cuba.
Oh, Cuba.
Yeah.
Sorry, I only speak the language, so you were pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been pretty good on certain things, China being one of them.
What else? Hearing?
Yeah, I mean, from space. Yeah. Those are go-go gadget ears, for fuck's sake. He said the truth of the matter is that in this conflict, there's no way Russia takes all of Ukraine. The Ukrainians are too brave and fight too hard, and the country's too big. But he added that there's no way Ukraine is also pushing these people, quote, Russians, all the way back to where they came from. So he's at least realistic about that conflict, and he's going to be the guy negotiating as Secretary of State now. So that is a message. That statement that came towards the end of his hearing was a message to Zelensky. Like, hey, you're fucking going to have to give up some shit.
Okay.
Which is, that's a positive thing, just to tamp that fucking war down and turn off the faucet.
I guarantee a little Chinese kid yelled in his ear, dude, and that's why he hates him so much. Rubio, Rubio, Rubio. Because it just reverberated inside those fucking
Well, don't they do
danglers of his. Man,
don't they turn R's into L's? So
Yeah.
Lubio?
No, Rubio. Yeah. R's or W's usually. Yeah.
I'll have to ask a Chinaman about that.
Yeah, find one.
Hey, do we have a Chinaman out there in the audience
Yeah,
somewhere?
we get a lot of audience people here today.
Oh, shit.
We don't.
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm going to have to do it myself.
Can't hear you guys.
Rubio. And the beauty of this is when Dan's lawyer has to transcribe this entire interview, he's going to have to write out Puya across it with 9 O's, 2 Y's, and 30 A's, followed by an H there. So it's Puya. You're welcome. But good for him. Pam Bondi's back, I think, for a day 2 here. And then when does Tulsi Gabbard start? Is she next week?
I don't know. They're still working on clearance.
I saw Burgum
paperwork
this
and
morning. Doug Burgum.
Yeah, Tim called me this morning. He was trying to get me to do some ruck march with him and Kash Patel Saturday morning at 7:30. I'm like, there is a better chance that I vote Democrat.
Yeah, then do that.
Good fucking luck. Tim's been, he was so mad too. He's been trying to get me to fucking work out with him. And I work out all the time. I just refuse to work out with him for obvious fucking reasons.
So do I.
Let me tell you something about the way Tim works out.
Tim Kennedy.
He fucks around and tries to find out what you're not good at, and he'll just make the whole workout about that. Yep. Like he's trying to dominate me. Fuck you, Tim.
And everybody's ruined for like 3 weeks. Everybody who comes in here,
he does it to everybody. It's either
a fucked up back
pull-ups
or a knee or a shoulder or something.
Yeah, our buddy Carl, who's his chief of staff, I think it's burpees that he just hates. So anytime he shows up to one of these early morning workouts before the jiu-jitsu stuff, it's like, oh, we're doing 1,000 burpees a day. And Carl's like, you fucking piece of shit.
Gross. Did you ever, Delco, he's always asked you, did you ever go to one of those things?
But apparently when you roll with him for jiu-jitsu, he gives you mother's milk the entire time. He just puts his hairy chest in your face.
Oh, there's nothing worse than that, dude.
It's either that or he's got those dummy knives that he wants to knife fight with. Why, Tim?
I don't know.
Why? So you can fucking hold it in your teeth and get a good picture?
Yeah. No.
Sweaty? I'm not doing it. So I'll never work out with him, ever.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I've passed every time. Every single time. Next up, sponsor-wise, we got MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000.
I'll bet you $1,000 I'll never work out with Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, I'd take that bet.
Fuck off.
Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. I have. And I've had a record year at MyBookie. I think I'm up 38 grand right now. Look, you know where I went for Monday night. You know where we're going for the national championship on Monday night. It's The Ohio State University against Notre Dame. Spread is -8, all in on Ohio State there. Took an alt line of -20.5. I extended that to Shane Gillis, by the way. And it appears as if he's declined. Appears as if he's declined. So Notre Dame fans are on edge about this, by the way. They're not real talkative. We've got a bunch in Drinkin Bros Sports, the listeners.
The pathway to victory for them is extremely narrow. I think it's possible, but it is very narrow. It's because they can't throw the ball well.
Yes, that's it. They just can't throw the football. But
but they do have a very good defense, and they can get after the quarterback really well. So it's going to be a fucking game.
Correct. And I'll tell you what, since we got a ton of listeners here today, so just so you guys know this is true, we got a guy, a listener named Kalen Cothran. Shout out to Kalen Cothran.
He was the first or second? He was the second shittiest fan.
He was, yeah.
Winner.
Yeah.
And then Sarah, whatever the fuck. What was her name?
Yeah, Sarah Williams.
Yeah.
Sarah Williams.
LSU fan. Total piece of trash. I don't think we ever allowed her back, actually.
So Kalen's Notre Dame fan, and then we do allow people back. Chris Phelan was on there. Chris is back.
Yeah, Chris is back. I mean, we should ban him.
It's a 1-year ban, and then you get to come back, right?
To be honest, we should ban Chris like every 3 months.
Yeah, for Texas.
Just to keep him in line.
Well,
because he is a Texas fan.
Luckily, Texas played Ohio State, and that wasn't that fun for him. Yeah. But Kalen and those guys, all throughout the season, they were like, man, you're sucking, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, cool, man. It's still Notre Dame. Like, you guys haven't won since 1988. It has been so quiet in that chat.
I haven't heard much.
So quiet in that chat. Yeah. I have not heard one fucking word.
Actually, let's look on Drinkin Bro Sports Facebook.
It's a private group, and you can sign up. And it's where I put all the bet slips. So from MyBookie.com, every single bet slip goes in there. Thus far, in the college football playoffs, I'm 10 for 10. So this would cap a perfect playoff for me. And I'm taking Ohio State -8. I'm taking some alt lines, and I'm going to have some fun down there. And then hopefully, after the inauguration on Monday, the flight makes it. Now, let's say you're not into college football. Fair enough. NFL is raging all weekend long. Banger of a game on Sunday night, man. Bills-Ravens. Damn. What a time to be alive, isn't it? Bills-Ravens. Do you think any of the parties they'll have that game on? It's going to be hard not to take a little peek-sees at that.
Is that what time and day? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
It's the night game, right, Bob? Yeah.
On which night? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because the Sunday night will be with Bill at Spartan Forge thing.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So
Bill's going to want to watch it.
I don't know if he cares about football or not, but he'd be fine with that. Yeah. Saturday night is a fucking black tie ball.
Is there good wings there in D.C.?
I mean,
we got a sports bar.
Well, didn't we go to fucking like Buffalo Wild Wings in D.C. the last time we were there?
Yeah, I don't know why you chose that.
Yeah, no, I mean it was just right next to the hotel. Right?
Hey, fine by me, man. I don't give a fuck.
It's hit the
The
button.
wait staff was horrible. Remember that woman had like 3 of her kids outside?
No, she sure
She
did.
kept popping in and out of the door. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And
like,
they
hey,
were-
you know what though? She's still working.
That's true.
Good for her.
And the kids were smoking, which was fun.
Well, they were 7. That's old enough.
I think so.
And
I
it's
think so.
DC. There's no law there.
Yeah,
The fucking,
no.
like, DC had a mayor. He smoked, cracked, and fucked whores.
Yeah.
They put him in prison, and then he came back and ran for mayor again and won.
Sure did.
So,
Rightfully so.
what are you going to do?
There's a bunch of rad-looking sports bars right next to Nationals Park.
Okay, great.
There's also
Yeah, there's
with
plenty of
DC,
shit in DC.
My issue with DC is there's so many ice cream trucks that are all surveillance vans.
Really?
Yeah, there's no actual ice cream in the entire city.
No shit.
It's all NSA guys. I don't see one post anytime recently from a Notre Dame fan
Not one.
in our fucking sports.
Not
group.
one. And those motherfuckers won't ever shut up, ever,
Yeah.
dude.
They are very
but it's
nervous.
This one
But
game.
All right.
They're really nervous. I hope they
One
win.
game.
I
I'll
hope they win.
dust it off. Let's go Irish. Come on. I'll get back
don't.
to my roots.
Boy.
You
couldn't have said that with any less enthusiasm.
I wouldn't be
than you just
talking
did.
if I was a Notre Dame fan either.
I know.
Brutalized. I mean, Ohio State's had some bad losses in the CFP, but like Notre Dame's been brutalized for the last 14 years.
40.
But
They haven't
you-
won since 88.
But they haven't made. But like playing for a championship though.
Oh,
when
yeah.
They make the
Any
playoff,
CFP game or BCS game, they've gotten fucking annihilated in every one of them.
Well-
I think their average margin of loss is like 17 points.
So at this point, I'm just like huddled up, like please God, please God.
I know.
yeah, I mean, it would be fun for them to win because, to
it
be
wouldn't.
fair,
It wouldn't.
Ohio State won in what, 14?
14, yeah.
That's-
15, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are like a 2-score favorite, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's 8. What
It's
is
8
it?
points.
That's low,
I think
to be
so.
honest. I think.
But a bunch of Notre Dame fans pushed that spread up, so it
Notre
opened
Dame
at 9.5.
money line. Let's go.
Have fun.
Go Irish.
Have fun with that.
yeah, you take that.
10-0 so far in the CFP. My bookie's not happy about it, but sorry. And then, fuck, man, we won a shit ton of money last week in the NFL playoffs. So this one, man, I'm riding with the Ravens. They're getting one, so fuck it, man. I'm going to ride with the Ravens in that game as well. Tease down that Chiefs game. I'm betting on everything this weekend, dude. Looking to have a fucking blast. And then Daddy's got a shit ton of money on the Natty. And if the flights work out and I can get there for the actual game from the inauguration, let's go. That could be a full strangulation sesh for me. Trump gets in. Ohio State wins the Natty on the same day. Holy shit.
You should,
dude. Goodbye, Loma Jean. I'm just tying the belt around my neck.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to see JD at any of the parties over the weekend, but if we do, you should.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding. You should 100% ask him, hey, you guys want to take Air Force?
I did on Twitter.
You want to take Air Force 2? Because he'll be the vice president by then.
I did on Twitter.
Let's
I said,
take
hey.
Air Force 2 to the fucking game after.
Because he swears in.
Yeah.
And he's out of there. So let's hop on the fucking plane together.
He'll have
bro.
a plane. He'll have Air Force 2 or Marine
He's a
2.
diehard, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like a diehard.
Yeah, I mean, look, people that grew up around there have nothing to live for except for Ohio State
That's right.
football, to be honest.
Goddamn right, dude.
Yeah, you should at least ask him.
I know. I will.
Like in person, if we see him.
No, I
don't-
100% will.
I don't know if he's going to be at any of this stuff.
That's
You
the
should definitely
first
ask him.
question I'm asking him. But yeah, bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Don't forget to use that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. And if you've lost and you didn't take my bets over the last 4 or 5 weeks, well, it's your own fucking fault. 1, 2, they do offer rakebacks for you for the day one homies. It's kind of like, what would you say, like frequent flyer miles, Bob?
That'd be a great way to put it. A little, rewards
Or
program.
rewards.
you know?
They do cash rewards on credit cards too, something like that.
Yeah, so you get some money back if you've had a bad weekend. That shit. It happened. I had a bad stretch during the middle of the season there, the middle 8. Is the catchphrase now that everybody's doing that I don't like. Yeah, I had a couple bad weeks there, and they gave me some rakebacks, and it was great. And then I threw them all into parlays, and all of them just kept hitting. They probably regret it. And yeah, the fucking best year I've ever had in my whole goddamn life. So it's great. Go to mybookie.com today. Promo code Drinkin Bros. Double that first deposit up to $1,000. Next up, Southwest. Sued by DOT. The Department of Transportation is suing Southwest Airlines, accusing it of operating 2 chronically delayed flights in 2022 that resulted in 180 flight disruptions. Can I get a round of applause for this? Thank you. God damn it, man. We're on another flight tomorrow, and if it's not on time, I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. I'm gonna lose all the shit inside my body. Thankfully, somebody's suing for this shit. We'll talk about the lawsuit first, and I'll get into my guess on this. The lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California on Wednesday seeks maximum civil penalties. Yes. It alleges that Dallas-based airline is harming passengers and fair competition across the industry after an investigation discovered Southwest operated the two chronically delayed flights, one between Chicago Midway and Oakland, California, and one between Baltimore and Cleveland.
Now, I know about these Oakland flights. Anybody that's lived in the Bay Area and the East Bay specifically knows about the Oakland to LA flights. There's 6. There used to be 6 a day, right? And if you looked around at your gate and noticed that there weren't a bunch of people there, that flight's getting delayed. And then it's going to get merged with the next flight.
Sure is.
100%. And that is not legal.
Nope.
It's illegal for them to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do it, but they have to offer you money. I think it's like $300.
Yeah.
To do that. And they've been doing it for fucking years. I've been on that flight probably 40 times. And it's happened to me so many goddamn times.
Oh, it's endless there. And then remember when we came back from Denver? We had to take United, which is rare. But it was the only nonstop back to Austin. We were at Derek Wolf's house. And they actually waited on the runway for people who were late from another flight. And I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, it was irritating at the time, but
no one's ever done that.
If somebody waits on me at some point, I'll consider it even.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that has never happened to me. So yeah, I can tell you what Austin's doing if you want. So because we fly out of here so much, they're so short staffed. Every time you land on the runway, you're going to have to sit there, and they'll be like, "Oh, we're just kind of behind a couple planes here, waiting for them to back up and leave." No, you're not. It was 1:30 in the morning when we got in. We were the only goddamn plane on the whole fucking runway.
Yeah. They were waiting for the
short
staff.
staffed. Yeah. So they're just running from thing to thing to thing, and then you got to wait on that. All these guys are short staffed with pilots and crew, and a lot of these crew are flipping flights left and right. Remember the pilot was on our last one? It was just like, and he goes, he got on the thing, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was me that was late." And I was just like, "Well, fuck off, bro."
Well, I mean, he was coming on a different flight. That's not really anything he can do anything about.
How hard was he coming?
Pretty hard, I heard. Now, so the two flights are Midway to Oakland, and then the other flight is Baltimore to Cleveland. And
now, that one's a shocker to me.
The Baltimore to Cleveland flight is all D.C. people.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's named in this lawsuit.
All right.
I guarantee you that. That's probably the one that fucking Booty Judge fucking gets on.
Oh, yeah. Chutkin.
Yeah, he's like, look, sometimes he's got to pump and dump, He's got to get back home and breastfeed, so got to get out of there quick. So the 180 disruptions occurred between April and August of 22. 180 disruptions on just 2 fucking flights.
No way.
Good God, man. In the same year, Southwest had its most chaotic meltdown. Everybody remembers that one. Every flight in the entire country was delayed because their scheduling system got fucked up or something, and they had to, I think the FAA grounded them for the day.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know where any of their fucking planes were. I don't know what happened with that.
Right, it happened to American Airlines too on Christmas.
Yeah. Bureau of Transportation data submitted to DOT by Southwest says the airline was responsible for 90% of those disruptions. Now that's staffing, right? That's it. It's just staffing. And you can feel bad for the airline, I guess, in some ways. Like they're trying to run a business model that might not be a thing anymore. It's like forget about the airline aspect of it. You make a widget, right? And you want to make
a widget spinner?
A widget is a fucking code word for any product, asshole. So
can we use a widget spinner here? Something that I like to use in real life?
Does somebody have a katana?
As an example?
Can you come cut my head off with a katana?
I would love to use something that I use, like a little widget spinner.
So you make widgets, and they're doing well, they're popular, and you want to make more, but you have to make a decision. You probably can't find enough source material to make it the same quality that you were, or the same amount of people that are craftsmen to make it the same quality that you did. So you have to mass produce now. That's one thing. The other thing is that this makes it, instead of a fixed price model, it makes it into a variable price model, which means you don't necessarily make more money the more you sell. In some cases, depending on what the product is, you actually start losing money at some point for selling more. And I don't think the airlines have figured that out yet. There aren't enough people who are smart and polite enough to, and that's a combination. There are plenty of people who are smart enough and plenty of people who are polite enough, but somebody that's good at both and geared towards customer service to do that job, there might just not be enough of those people, frankly, right?
Yeah,
because I can't fucking do it. There's can you imagine me as a flight attendant? What do you fucking want?
No.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. I couldn't.
Fucking dump hot coffee on a kid's head. Shut that fucking baby up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Or the little desk inside right before you get on the at the gate there.
Oh yeah, I
where
would
you're
just
typing
like
in
no.
shit.
It'd be a soup Nazi line for me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're fucking you're off the plane entirely. You can wait till tomorrow. Fuck
Can I
you.
upgrade to first? Can I upgrade to first?
Like actually, I'd put you back next to the bathroom. And if you say one more fucking word to me, I'm throwing your bags out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So obviously, that is it's a crazy example, but it's an example of how you don't necessarily have the source material, and in this case, it's customer service, to make that product scalable at that level. And I think that's where we are with commercial air travel. I don't think it's profitable to have. I don't think it's profitable for the average person who's lower middle class to literally be able to pick up and fly anytime they want. I don't think it's profitable to do that. Right?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you and I fly so much. I don't know if you've noticed, but like over the last 2 years, these are the most expensive flights have ever been.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
All of our shit, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And it's awful and unbearable. And then you get there. By the time you go through all your shit, you're already pissed off. You're pissed off at them. They hate you, and vice versa. And then they treat you like it's the goddamn Stanford experiment where they have this weird power over you.
Yeah, I think I talked to somebody about this just the other day. It was like the Stanford prison experiment was not entirely real. Like some of it was fucked with, and you can read about that. I'm not going into it, but
oh fuck,
the airline stuff was 100% the Stanford prison experiment. It was a real one. Right?
Yeah.
Like they gave power to these people who were essentially minimum wage employees.
So, dude, I forgot to tell you this because you were checking your gun. On the way to Denver, when I went down, and I was going to call my wife at the gates, it was a TSA agent who was a listener. And when I went through, he goes, hey, man, I listened to Dan's rant against the TSA. And I go, oh, it's a doozy, wasn't it? And he was just like, uh-huh. And I was like, that's what you guys do. I mean, when's the last time I've gone through and not gotten my left ball felt up? It's always the left ball for some reason. And I don't have it. Like, I don't have a robotic ball or nothing happened to me in my childhood or anything where I had to replace it with like a Nooble or... Is it a Nooble, Bob? Noodicle. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Do you wear briefs a lot? Boxer briefs. I get felt up all the time when I go through security because I wear the same. I wear like athletic shorts usually.
I either got the MeUndies on or the who's the other one we have on
Sheath.
the show? Yeah, Sheath.
Sheath
It's one
is
of the
the
two.
best.
It's either Sheath or MeUndies.
Yeah.
Same here, and I always get felt up.
Really?
I never get felt up.
Really?
Like every now and again. I think there was a stretch.
Well, you're TSA pre and all. You've got all the fun shit. Yeah.
But I got so on the magnetometer that you walk through, not the one that scans like this, but just the fucking regular machine. There's a little clicker at the top, and it'll like every so many people you have to check them. I got popped with that like 3 times in 2 weeks one time. But since then, and that was 3 years ago, I haven't been checked since.
Every single flight.
My bag will get checked sometimes because I got Faraday bags inside of it, and it looks like blank space inside, and they don't know what it is. Blank space. Taylor Swift did not write that song, by the way.
She did. Most talented artist of our generation.
No, but so when they pull my bag, I just don't give a shit anymore. I understand why it is. But
they
they
pull my
actually
bag every single time.
they actually told me how to pack it that makes it not look suspicious anymore, and I've been doing that, and it
Really?
hasn't happened since. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But anyways, yeah, fuck TSA. Shouldn't exist.
Yeah, and then this whole thing with Southwest. I'd love to see more of this happen because the other fun thing that they do too is a mechanical problem. Oh, we got a mechanical problem. And last time I just looked
You know
at this
why,
lady.
right? Because nobody's going to be like, oh, fuck that, take off.
Yep. No one
would say that,
100%,
right? I mean,
right?
I'm sure somebody's thinking it. But
Well,
you're not
I
gonna
went
say
up
it
to
out
the
loud.
counter because I got wife and 3 kids. I'm trying to go back to Wilmington, North Carolina. And I'm like, oh, fuck. The flight, no lie, was delayed 7.5 hours. And there was a layover.
This was Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah. And it was to go to, and they were like, I go, what time am I going to get into Charlotte? Because there's no direct flight there.
Yeah.
They were like 3:30 in the morning. And I go, what am I supposed to do with my family at that point? And they're like, we'll give you a voucher. I was like, cool, man. I get
A voucher for a new family? Because they're going to leave.
They're going to leave.
I'm going to
hotel
need an
room.
entirely new family now.
One hotel room for a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to drive my ass back home and get on another airline. By the way, there's no one fixing that fucking plane, and there hasn't been for 2 hours. So what's the mechanical
I
issue?
think for appearance's sake, they should at least have a guy standing around with a hammer and some duct tape.
So do I. Just stretch out a huge piece of duct tape and throw it on the wing. That would make us all feel better, and I could at least buy into the lie and tell my kids something or whatever. But even my oldest was like, Dad, they're not even working on this. And I was like, no.
Yeah, well, he's a smart kid. Bird Patrol in the chat, which, by the way, Bird Patrol is a great name. I don't know why it spoke to me. I guess it is. Candace told me this morning, did you know this? A crow will hold a grudge for up to 17 years.
Good.
A crow.
Should be longer.
I identified with that. At any rate, he says, or she, I don't know what the fuck that is. I usually give the TSA guy a tenner after feeling me up. He knows what he just did to me.
Yeah.
I think that we should establish that. That should be a thing. If a guy really gets in, Delco, the next time a guy really gets in there, if he does like the thumb up into your fucking beanbag and swipes like this, go ahead and pull out a couple of dollar bills and tuck them down in his little shirt pocket there. You know, that polyester shirt pocket with his... There's nothing illegal about that.
Something fun.
There's nothing illegal about that. And by the way, they don't get paid great. It's okay, but it's not like super good money. So.
Well, I think it's what, 75, 85 to be a TSA?
Isn't there some like Netflix movie with a TSA agent that just came out?
Oh God,
probably.
Where they try to like glorify being a TSA agent.
Yeah, it's probably it's like Chris Evans or something.
Well, it's gonna be.
Yeah. Carry On with.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be like. That's gonna be like.
Taron Egerton.
What's the Civil War, where it's just a masturbatory fantasy for so-called journalists that don't exist anymore.
I know. I watched it.
Fuck off.
They're the only people stopping us from the global war on terror.
Oh, yeah,
is
that
this
right?
it? Show it. Show this poster.
Oh my God, dude, that
Fuck
is
you.
That is
It's a TSA agent.
This is. There are
I've never heard you laugh that hard in my life.
There are two movies, Serve and Protect and Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah.
And they were comedies.
Yes.
And I don't think this is.
No, this looks totally real here.
Apparently, it's
That's
good.
rough, dude. I mean, it might be a good movie, but this is retarded.
Edgerton,
There's
dude.
no fucking way this movie is good.
Watch it over the weekend.
One of these crackers over here said it was.
Oh, he watched it?
Yeah.
And it was entertaining. He said it was entertaining, dude.
I'm looking at him right
Dude,
now. I don't know if I
Bateman's-
trust his movie taste.
He's wearing a Kurt Russell Snake Plissken shirt. Yeah.
It was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Bateman
he
plays
says.
the bad guy. I think that's pretty cool.
Bateman really kind of.
Look, Bateman's always good. Yeah, he's good. It's just you're not gonna sell me on a TSA agent, dude. Like, there's just no way. There's no way. And every time they ask to fill me up, they're like, "Hey, would you like to go to the back room?" And I go,
no.
"Nope."
I
right
say
here.
anytime they ask me, I say, "Fuck yeah, let's
Yeah.
do this."
Yeah.
I look him right. I'm not even kidding. I look him right in the eye. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah,
Fuck yeah, let's
this,
do it, dude. I'm waiting all day. I'm waiting all goddamn day.
If you're gonna make it weird, we're making it weird.
Sure will.
You know.
Sure will. Next up, ad-wise, guys, if you're over 30, you're going to want to hear this. Every year after puberty, HGH, human growth hormone, the hormone responsible for workout recovery, performance, metabolism, and even sex drive, starts to decline, sometimes by 50% by the age 35. Doesn't matter who you are, how hard you train, how good you eat. It's happening to all of us. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus is the first of its kind non-synthetic alternative to prescription HGH growth hormone treatments. All the benefits of synthetic HGH without any of the needles, side effects, or doctor visits. Best part about BioPro Plus is it works super fast, easy to use, and 100% safe. Been trusted by physicians since 2009, and its benefits can be felt in just days instead of months. Guys who use BioPro Plus, like myself, have experienced faster workout recovery, enhanced performance, metabolism, sexual function. Yeah. And even better mood and energy. So, if you want to fix the way you perform, look, and feel without all the risk of the big pharma synthetic stuff, head on over to bioproteintech.com to learn more, or click the link in our audio description to learn more. Make sure to use that promo code Drinkin Bros for $38 off your first order. It's just 30 vials. Shows up to your house once a month. Pop one underneath your tongue in the morning, right before 9, you're good to go, dude. It helps me get sleep, so that's when I'm taking them. A lot of people take it in the morning, so good for you, but it rocks, man. And it keeps you looking 33, you know? It's just crazy, isn't it? It's just absolutely fucking crazy what modern medicine can do for somebody like myself. All right. Next up, Stacey Abrams, nonprofits fined. Huge shock there.
Yeah.
You know who Stacey Abrams is?
She was the president of the world.
At one point.
Remember that? But what show was that on? Like Star Trek Gayager or some shit?
I forget, dude.
Bob, what was it?
I forget.
Fucking Gene.
She's the worst that Georgia has to offer, dude. She's
well,
always been the fucking worst.
there's one.
Oh, Fanny.
Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, Fanny.
What the fuck is Star Trek Discovery?
Yeah, what is
I mean,
that?
to be honest, most of these Star Trek spinoffs are pretty good.
Yeah, what the fuck is Star Trek Discovery? What are they discovering?
You said it was really violent?
Yes.
I'm into that. Can you fucking calm down? What's the matter with
No,
you?
man. Just somebody back there was like, "Oh yeah, Star Trek Discovery gets me off."
It's like gritty Star
and
Trek.
the first thing that Bob pulls up was like some elf-eared girl, and I'm like, "What are you jacking off to?"
Well, I don't. Here's where my brain went. My brain went to like Star Trek rednecks.
Oh yeah,
It's
that'd
like
be
a
fun.
dude in a trucker hat and fucking sideburns.
It'd be great.
Pulling up next, like, well, you don't like your kind around here. Hell no. People will find a reason and a way to be racist, especially wait until Aliens.
Oh yeah,
Like, you think it's racist now?
worse.
I
Way
can't
worse.
I can't wait just for the comedy part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
You've got to
yeah.
go through like a couple of years of actual racism and then be like, man, that's fucking weird. Let's make fun of it.
Yeah,
So I'm waiting for that time.
it's going to be a while. A pair of voting advocacy groups founded by failed Democrat Georgia gubernatorial candidates Stacey Abrams were hit with a historic fine by the Georgia Ethics Commission for violating campaign finance laws to bolster Abrams' 2018 election. She win that one?
I don't think she's won
No,
any
she
of them.
didn't.
actually.
Bob, how's Herschel doing?
He just bought a beach condo in the Bahamas.
Right. He's the ambassador to the Bahamas
Yeah.
for Trump.
Yeah, he's down there fighting night wolves or whatever he does.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Werewolves.
Merman actually is in the Bahamas is what he's
Okay.
dealing with down there.
Boy,
Great.
I had no idea.
Who is that band down there that we really liked?
What?
Yeah, the Bahama band. God, they had one hit song.
Oh,
Just one.
the Baja Boys?
Yeah, the Baja Boys, brother.
Baja Men. Sorry,
Yeah,
Baja
you were
Men.
just singing
Man.
it before
Wait,
the
what's
show.
the
What
Baja
was it?
Men?
What's the name of the song?
Let the dogs
Oh,
out.
shit.
Shut the fuck up. Is that the ones who sang that?
That's Baja Man, yeah.
Do they even have dogs down there?
Who let the dogs
Oh, they
out?
got dogs. They got a dog problem.
Oh, I didn't
the
know
Bahamas?
that. I mean, I just assumed they would eat them.
Yeah, they're from.
No,
They're from.
all the Caribbean islands have like loose dogs.
Loose dogs.
Like
dude.
they're sluts? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
they horse?
Kinda, yeah.
They whore dogs?
Well,
I mean, there's definitely whore dogs because there's a lot of fucking rogue dogs.
Yeah,
That's
all
true,
dogs
yeah.
are sluts.
Whoa, take it easy. My dogs
Whoa.
are not sluts.
No,
Yeah.
you're not letting your dogs be sluts. They are dirty whores.
No, I've been trying to talk them into it, actually.
Yeah. It's a long process. Starts with butter. Then you apply that butter to your scrotum. Anyway, Stacey. Sorry, everyone. Now I'm just thinking about Dan with an old school stick of butter, just really applying.
I don't know
it,
how
you
that got mapped onto me.
It's your dog. It's your own dog. Your dog is licking your own balls. No one else's. Today, the State Ethics Commission entered into a consent agreement with the new Georgia Project and new Georgia Project Action Fund. A lot of words there, guys, for Georgia, especially Georgians like myself, for a total of $300,000. Whoopsie, Stacey. This certainly represents the largest fine imposed in the history of Georgia's Ethics Commission, but it appears to the largest ethics fine ever imposed by the State Ethics Commission in the country, related to an election in the campaign finance case. Abrams founded the new Georgia Project in 2013 as part of an effort to register more minority voters and young voters. The organization was founded as a charity, it always is, that can accept tax-deductible donations, while the new Georgia Project Action Fund worked as the organization fundraising arm. Man, there's a lot more money here. The groups admitted to failing to disclose $4.2 million. And
Well, yeah, and contributions and another 3.2 mil in expenditures, which is, who knows what the fuck.
well, we saw Fanny's expenditures.
Yeah.
I mean, it was thousands of dollars. She was wearing a fanny pack.
Yeah.
She pulled out some cash.
They were like converting it into cat. Where'd you go to a fucking laundromat?
Yeah, dude.
Like, what the fuck are you talking? Who's cat? Do you remember? I actually watched an old movie over the weekend. Or no, it was Wednesday. I watched an old movie, and people were using change for stuff. I'm like, what the? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, digging for change.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah,
that was a
dude.
huge mistake.
Walking around, change in my pocket. I got some change in my pocket.
And then they still have them. They still have
that.
that machine at the fucking grocery store where you can dump all your fucking poverty tokens.
Yeah. Right in there.
Into the robot and get your fucking actual money out.
Get real green American cash.
I fucking hate this country sometimes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
we gotta do something. We gotta burn all the money.
Stacey Abrams, she got the biggest fine in history down there. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say Warnock is next.
Oh yeah.
Dead
Well, I
serious.
mean, he's a lunatic, right?
He's a black preacher.
Yeah, but he's not. I have friends who are black preachers. This guy's a lunatic.
Yeah. But
Like
I'm saying that's like he's senator now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went from he went from preacher to Senate,
Yeah,
which
sure.
is
It's always
pretty
good,
unusual. Yeah. Barely beat out Herschel. I don't even know if the final numbers are in yet. I think that's why Trump gave him that position just in case. They got to reinstate him. But yeah, look, she's always been a piece of shit down there. Never liked her. None of this is shocking. It's your average fucking hypocrite. She was the one who was bitching about the election too down there because that trial in Fulton County was over the election results.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
she
was
said-
the one who went on air 8,000 times and said her election was
Stolen, yeah.
Stolen, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
she
her.
said it was because Kemp was the Secretary of State during the election.
Which also I
It's
don't
fair.
agree with.
No, you should have to recuse yourself.
Yes,
100%.
same with that chick in
'Cause that's-
Arizona.
She had it's ironic. She had the
Katie
exact same
Hobbs.
complaint that Carrie Lake had.
Yep. Katie Hobbs should have recused herself.
Brian
And
Kemp's
so
a
should
piece
Brian
of shit.
Kemp.
I've
Well,
said
I
that
don't-
forever on this show.
I don't know anything about him, but that's you should absolutely not fucking do that.
Yeah, not a fan of Brian Kemp
Again,
either, but there's
bringing
no
it-
way you should be on that fucking committee.
No, bringing it back to the first story of the show.
Sure.
Whether there's impropriety or not, if there's the appearance of the possibility, you've got to shut that shit the fuck down. Man.
Yeah.
It's oh god, it's disgusting.
So-
but yeah, this is like this. This makes me feel less bad because I look in Congress and I see the veterans that are representing me there, and I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Is this the best we can do? And I see the white people that are there. I'm like, fuck. Is this the best we can do? And then I see Jasmine Crockett and Stacey Abrams and Fannie Willis and people like that. I'm like, no, that's not the best that they can do either, but that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Politics is a game for pieces of shit.
It sure is, dude.
That's just how it is.
And it's not going to change anytime soon. So, it's here to stay. Stacey Abrams, though, this is not shocking. Always been a piece of shit. And just a horrific fucking human being.
The shocking part is that her heart hasn't exploded yet.
She's a big one.
Or that she hasn't lost a foot.
Yeah, she's a big one, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Fanny looks like she took some Ozempic or something.
She may have, yeah.
She might look like she's slimming down for the next chapter of the real fucking
Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, well, what are they? What was she, the attorney general or whatever down there? What was her fucking position? Prosecutor?
District attorney?
Yeah, the real district attorney.
Oh,
of
you
Atlanta.
mean,
This would be
yeah,
awesome.
I don't think that's going to
Because
be
she broke up a marriage. She helped. She wasn't allowed to be with the guy, and remember, she showed up at the cop stop with her daughter on body cam with the fucking dude she was not supposed to be with.
Yeah.
Now I think she got disbarred. She's gone from that case.
I don't know what's going on. She got removed from that specific case, but I don't think she's been disbarred or anything else.
Okay. Well, she will be. I guarantee you that. Next up, ad-wise, hello, Drinkin Bros family. It's our other family. It's Diet Smoke. I eat so much of this shit per night. Like, I love it, dude. It's gummies, THC gummies. If you've ever been too high and thought, all right, that's enough of that, well, we've all been there. It's exactly why Diet Smoke crafted their award-winning gummies to give you the perfect balance buzz every single time. If you're looking to wind down after a long day, just find that smooth, relaxing vibe. Diet Smoke has got your back. These aren't the gummies that'll knock you off your feet. All about giving you that ideal high without tipping the scales. Pop open their website. Go to dietsmoke.com. I think they got the new ones on there, the red, white, and blue ones. That's what they're recommending here. I've had those. Those are delightful. You can get them in any milligram you want, dude. I'm a 10er guy. I get 10. Quick warning, though, for anybody that's got to take a piss test out there. It's in there.
There's
You'll
drugs.
Piss hot. Yes, it's drugs. There's THC in there. Pop that up on screen, bub. So they come in these bags. And they're awesome, man. At first, I was like, these have got to melt in the Texas sun. They did not, man. And then they put them in like a super discreet box. So when they show up to my house every month, it's like a little, it's like this. It's like a box about this size and with a thing on it like this. You don't know what the fuck it is.
To be honest, it'd be a lot.
It's to hide from your wife and kids.
Yeah, well, it would be. It's to hide from people that would steal the drugs out of your mailbox too.
Both.
What would be a lot funnier if it was just a big brown cardboard box and it just said handwritten drugs on the side of it.
I love it. I love it. I mean, they got mushroom gummies. They got everything over there. Blazing fast shipping. Usually comes whenever I order it between like 48 and 72 hours. And it rocks. And again, you're going to have to look for like a normal looking box where you're like, what the fuck is this? And then it's like, oh, yeah, awesome. That way your kids don't know you're doing weed and all that other shit. And because we've been working with these guys for years, Diet Smoke is offering every Drinkin Bros listener an exclusive welcome bundle, 20% off your order. Head on over to dietsmoke.com. Use promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. So whether you want to relax, sleep better, or just enjoy a perfectly balanced vibe, Diet Smoke has what you need, and it'll take the guesswork out of the gummies there. Again, that is dietsmoke.com, promo code Drinkin Bros for your welcome bundle and 20% off your entire order. Diet Smoke, beautifully balanced cannabis every single time. I love those guys. There's also a QR code on the bag, so you can scan it and see if it's actually 10 milligrams or 20 milligrams. It goes up all the way up to 150. Remember Giorgio was having this 150?
Yeah, he was something else.
Yeah. By the way, both of us are fighting through a cold here, so forgive us. Next up, we got another groomer, Darren Bell, Pulitzer Prize-winning cartoonist whose work was featured in prominent newspapers such as the Washington Post. Has been arrested of possessing child sexual abuse material. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah, he actually used to make fun of people routinely who called everybody groomers on his side.
Really?
And anytime anybody does that, they're fucking pedophiles.
Yeah. Yep.
If you don't have like this intrinsic inclination to protect children from stuff, then there's something wrong with you. That is a hard and fast rule.
It is, man. This is a weird one, though. So, Sergeant Amar Gandhi of the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office shared that the investigation began when an individual uploaded 18 files containing CSAM, and that stands for the charges of possessing child sexual abuse material, in an online platform. Authorities later discovered that a total of 134 videos?
Yeah, and a search warrant was executed at Bell's residence on Wednesday after investigators identified him as the person who owned the account. Sergeant Gandhi said that Bell was taken into custody and booked. Some of the videos, I don't know about all, but some of the videos and images traced back to Bell are AI images. So he's going to be the first person in California prosecuted under their AI-generated child pornography laws.
No way.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, Bob. Go ahead.
Shouldn't the AI company be responsible for that?
I agree.
Well, under 702, I don't think they would be, right?
But
I'm sorry, not 702. Section 230.
Yeah,
they're creating it.
I know.
Yeah, they're certainly facilitating.
I would charge them
Right?
too, Bob.
They're creating it.
I agree.
You can't type two kids fucking into Grok.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grok's not going to do that.
No.
No, that's a good question. I don't know what software he was using, but certainly they should face some culpability unless it's a government operation to track these people, which it's not, because our government's full of pedophiles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about this. Click that link though, from the Babylon Bee. I want to see some of this dude's cartoon work. You can scroll down and see some of it. It's them making fun of like family value stuff and
Trump
grabbing the fucking statue.
Lady of Liberty by the pussy.
A little Lauren Boebert action, jerking off that guy at Beetlejuice.
I mean, fair enough.
But these are all of age people, right?
Who's this guy? Is this Daniel Penny? What is this?
No, I think it's just a dude on the subway, maybe. Wouldn't matter.
Well, he's back on the subway now today. Did you see that? He rode the subway today.
Yeah, Daniel Penny. I think it's The King Has Returned.
Yeah.
Yeah, or The Dark Knight Rises, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all dumb.
Here's the groomer one. Keep scrolling down.
Yeah, that one.
It's him comparing people who call people groomer to Nazis.
And it was, for the audio listeners, one side of the hat is Make America Great Again. The other half is
a
an
brown
actual
shirt.
Nazi. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And it says Groomer next to it. But yeah, I mean, Homeboy was so desperate for fucking Jack material, he was going to AI for it.
I mean, this person should have been executed as a child. Frankly, right?
Yeah.
Or
now.
After
now it's fine too.
After puberty, once you figure out somebody has that inclination, in his mind, he was probably trying to do the right thing, right?
Yeah.
I've got this inclination. So I'm going to use AI, not real people, not to abuse real people. I'm sure in his fucked up, addled brain that made sense to him. But yeah, I mean, this should be an immediate execution. As a matter of fact, there's somebody's putting that forth here pretty soon.
I heard. Yeah, is that true? Can you confirm that?
Yeah, Anna Polina is putting forth a bill.
I was going to say it was somebody out of Florida. I remember reading the
require
article.
the death penalty for child exploitation. But I mean, unlikely that passes.
By the way, Bondi today in one of her confirmation hearings was talking about releasing that Epstein list day one.
Oh yeah. Now the Senate Democrats just introduced a bill to remove the Electoral College this afternoon.
Yeah. Remember I told you they were writing that?
Yeah.
I asked you about it.
There's 0% chance that'll get fucking passed. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a tumultuous season for the Senate, to be honest, because they're going to try to use that cloture vote to stop everything Trump wants to do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
So we'll see.
It's going to be a wild one for sure, man. And the best is yet to come on Sunday night. I cannot wait for that fucking list to come out. And I can't wait for this guy to be executed one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I saw his mugshot. He didn't look that great. Also didn't draw it like a cartoon.
Yeah, pull up a picture of the guy. Yeah. You tell me if he looks like a fucking.
His name is Darren Bell,
short eyes.
and it's Darrin Bell. There you go. Look at you. Yeah, perfect. Look at him, dude. That's it, you know?
Does he get to keep the Pulitzer?
Great question. You have to give that back after jacking off to kids and doing
I mean,
shit?
fucking.
What happens?
Didn't OJ have to give his fucking
No, he
Heisman
had
back?
to sell it.
the Golden Globe?
Oh, no, that's right. He had to sell his...
he sold his
no.
Heisman.
He had to hawk it.
Didn't he
had to
have?
hawk it.
Didn't he have a Golden Globe or something?
Yeah,
that-
but he had to hawk all his shit. Yeah.
Well, who's lost?
Or
stuff?
give it away.
Didn't fucking Weinstein?
Did he lost the key to the city? That's true.
Yeah, but
They
that
took it
doesn't
back.
actually open anything.
It does. It opens every door in the whole city, and like
No.
a lot of people don't know that for some
No,
reason.
that's because it's not true, and that's
It
retarded.
is.
What you're saying?
Yeah, every single door. So
How would you
I
know?
was-
Have you ever been handed the key to the city? Dan?
I have. And then
I have
but
not.
then I was asked to hand it to the other person who was receiving it. They were like, "Excuse me, you appear to be in the way, and you have long arms. Did you hand this key to the city, the real person?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
The only one that's been revoked is Janet Cook, a Washington Post reporter who made up an award-winning story about an 8-year-old heroin addict. And that story was titled Jimmy's World.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Jimmy 8 World.
This was in the 80s, I
Jimmy
believe.
Eats World.
Jimmy was an 8-year-old shooting up heroin. Sherm?
That just sounds like a subplot in The Brutalist.
Sure does, dude. Sure does. Man, that's weird. Why would you make up that story?
They kind of parody it on season 5 of The Wire.
Okay.
Did you ever watch the last season of The Wire?
Yeah.
This reporter makes up a serial killer, and the main cop, Dominic, whatever his name is, in real
Purcell.
life, Purcell, yeah, he goes along with it to get funding for the police or whatever. It's a whole shit show, but
Yeah.
spoiler alert, it's 2005, so fuck off. But yeah, anyways, speaking of how to handle the press, since
Sure.
we're talking about Pulitzers.
Yeah.
Donald Trump Jr. might have the best public relations team that exists.
How's that?
Bob, pull this up. So a reporter, and I'm putting that in quotes, from the Daily Mail reached out to Trump Jr.'s team regarding a story from his trip to Greenland. Now, apparently, somebody had accused Donald Trump Jr. of inviting, quote, homeless people and drug dealers, end quote, end of quote, excuse me.
Yeah, there you go.
Apologies all around. That he had met in Greenland to lunch to make it look like they were Trump fans.
Okay.
And Bob, just read this whole fucking exchange, please.
Okay, so the reporter's in gray. You mean to read starting at the very top?
Read the whole thing.
Yeah, read the whole thing.
Okay.
But this is your
This
day.
is from Miranda Bryant, I guess might be the reporter.
Yeah.
Hi, Arthur. I'm a reporter for The Guardian. I am working on a story from Nook. Have spoken to the CEO of the hotel Hans Egid who told me that Donald Trump Jr. invited, quote, homeless people and drug dealers he had met on the streets of Nuuk and who had no idea who he was for a free lunch to make it look like they were supporters of his father. Does Donald Trump Jr. have any comment on this? If so, please get back to me ASAP today. Thanks, Miranda Bryant, and then her email. Then a green text pops up.
Oh, I hate those green texts.
Well,
I think it was
ruins my day.
It was a service
Yeah, he was probably
issue.
on a plane.
Thank God.
That's pretty wild.
God.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Did the hotel CEO provide any actual evidence that Don did that, or are you just planning to run an unsubstantiated claim with no evidence to corroborate it? She says back, hi, thanks so much for your message. Does he dispute the hotel CEO's claims? To which this person replies, you tell me, do you think Donald Trump Jr. was wandering around Greenland inviting homeless people and drug addicts to a lunch? Or do you realize that the suggestion sounds so beyond the pale ridiculous that you should feel stupid even asking the question? There were cameras following him around from the second he got there to the second he left. Did they miss him recruiting homeless people and drug addicts to his homeless person / drug addict lunch? Are you fucking retarded?
Oh, my God,
Now-
dude. A round of applause and give her a raise.
Yeah.
Give that woman a raise.
Well, I don't know who it was.
It's rare that a man's works in PR. But
Yeah, that's
their gay.
That's so Miranda Bryant, her Twitter account doesn't exist anymore
Stop it.
as of today.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's odd.
Miranda Bryant, is she?
She has deleted her fucking Twitter.
But
account.
she's the journalist, not the PR chick,
Yeah.
right? Okay, thank
Yeah.
God. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry, Miranda.
Well, it's a guy. It's Arthur, right? It says hi, Arthur.
Yeah. So that might be a dude.
Oh, who wrote that?
Yeah, the response.
Arthur, you get a raise, buddy.
Oh,
Arthur.
and she did publish a story, though.
Yeah, she published the story, but then deleted her Twitter. Yeah. So it's still there. Even this, man. What's the headline?
His name is Arthur Schwartz.
The headline is homeless people given free lunch to attend Trump Jr. event in Greenland.
Man.
This is a purported picture of the hobos. Look, everyone looks rough in the
Yeah,
north.
I mean,
It's Iceland. They're cold as
To
shit.
be
would
honest,
you want to be homeless in Iceland? That's not real.
Well, it's Greenland, first of all.
Oh, whatever, man.
But can you, like, if you lined up, well, there's only 55,000 of these assholes.
They're all Eskimos.
If you lined up, like, that's when I did Division Pass and Review in 2008. George Bush at the time was president. He fucking did his little pass and review. There was fucking 35,000 people at least on that fucking on the parade field there, right?
Yeah.
If you lined all these people up just in a straight line, what are the chances you could tell a normal Greenlander apart from their homeless person? To be honest, like, I don't know that I could.
Yeah.
You zoom, put this picture back up and zoom in on these people and tell me that they look differently than you expect a normal Greenlander person to look
You
like.
could have a game show called "Are They From Greenland or Homeless?" and it's just the same, where it's just like, I don't know, man. They're wearing fucking 9 jackets and a pair of dirty ass boots. Yeah,
These all look pretty normal. And here's what I like to look at is the pants.
The
and
shoes.
shoes.
There's
I
only-
was looking at homeless people's shoes.
There's only one that even raises an eyebrow, and that would be this gentleman in the sweatpants and tennis shoes.
because he's got no socks.
Yeah, but
on.
that's a dude from Wisconsin.
yeah. Everyone else is wintered up.
Not
that's
wearing
that's what
socks in
that's-
that weather though is madness.
That's what a normal man in Wisconsin looks like. There's something
Yeah.
going on with their legs where they don't get cold.
really.
I don't know what it is.
That's
Maybe
weird,
it's a
man.
lack of circulation.
Oh,
Like there's
maybe
no,
they run hot.
There's no blood down there.
But everyone else looks completely legit. And the only photo they provided, I believe, in this article for proof or whatever.
Yeah, is there a dirty ass bum?
No.
His legs spread or anything? Something I can get into?
We should do Bum Fights Greenland edition.
That'd be great.
You imagine that? It's just a snowball fight.
I mean, that one guy looks like a fucking extra in a Red Hot Chili Peppers video, but that's about it.
He does look a little like Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah.
Who's
I like his stand-in.
Okay, there's Dale Earnhardt -1.
I think that's Charles Bronson.
He's wearing a number 2
I think
hat.
Charles Bronson's
Charles
still
Bronson
alive,
retired to
dude.
Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's wearing a number 2 hat. I think that's a knockoff Earnhardt.
No, Earnhart was 3.
The shoes
Yeah, that's
are
what I'm saying.
legit. The jacket's legit, legit.
That's a nice coat right there.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
these
gonna
people
have
are
to look
fucking
in.
homeless.
Here's another one. Well, you probably won't be able to find it. You may have to change the search parameters, but search for homeless people in Greenland And
Well, Bob, is that one Mexican there?
no, he's native.
Oh, because we can call him a green bean.
Green bean, yeah.
I think
I like that actually. And then go to tools, click tools, and then change the date range to something before today. Anything, it doesn't matter when. Like just say a year ago, prior year or whatever.
We're going to look up these dirty old homeless.
I want to see what a normal
Greenlanders.
picture of a Greenland homeless
What
looks
do
like.
they call themselves? We're Americans.
Greenlander.
Obviously. Greenlander?
Yeah, which is
Kind of like Highlander.
or Homelander. Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, I'm not really.
That's what they call the homeless in Los Angeles.
Are there? I mean, do they even have
Homelanders.
homeless people?
I
Or do we
don't
just make
think
this
so,
up?
man.
It's too cold, bro.
And who's
it's too cold? You're
who's-
dead in like an hour.
Who's shipping drugs into Greenland
Well-
for 55,000 people? That's not enough people to even make money.
But it's still enough people that want to party.
No, that's not enough. Like you wouldn't even smuggle drugs into Greenland. It wouldn't be worth it.
These are
Look at-
Canadians.
Are they really?
Yeah, these one. Dude, there is nothing.
They look like fucking Eskimos, dude.
See, this sheds a lot of fucking
Sure
doubt.
does. We
a lot
need,
of
we need
doubt
to
on
take this
story.
over and get some honky.
I think we're gonna have to go to Greenland.
Yes, I'm
Siberian
down.
mayor wants to send homeless people to labor camps.
Well, fair enough.
That's. I mean, they're working.
So here is
He's a job creator.
what I found: a homeless shelter in Nook.
Yuck.
And it's just a fucking Connex?
Yeah,
Shit, dude, that sucks.
but that's like a normal house in Nook. I feel. Like.
Probably,
bad.
yeah. I mean, it's a tiny home.
Yuck.
It's a tiny home.
Squeeze in on that one on the far right there, Bob. Looks like there's some electricity and some
don't think
lights
you
going
can-
on.
I think you can say far right.
Yeah, they got power going to it.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, I would if
No one
somebody
man should have all that power.
if somebody put this on Airbnb and said, "Hey, you can come here in September and see Northern Lights," I would definitely stay in that.
Fuck yeah, I would.
For like a week or so.
Yes, dude. Nice little jack shack like that.
Yeah.
Go some ice fishing, punch an Eskimo, rape a fucking seal, whatever goes on up there. I have no idea, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I'm all
I
in.
don't know if it's rape or not.
Depends on the weather.
I mean,
guess.
this like so.
I would say if it's warm, they probably don't want to be raped.
Well,
If
how do
it's
you-
cold? That'll yeah.
How do you know if they are into it or not?
What's up?
With a woman, you can ask.
Well, they would tell you, you know.
Well,
Nailed
that's
it.
a dolphin.
They have to.
Same thing.
They have to clap afterwards.
Yeah. There it is, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. I like that a lot. All right, kids. Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin Bro of the week. You can submit on drinkinbros.com. All right. Then the last Bro box had the cooler in it. I believe those are done. I talked to Brandon this morning. So you can't order that one. However, the next one is fucking baller, dude. That's charcutes. We should show a picture of it next episode. It's really great. And then we just added a bunch of new merch to the site here. This Drinkin Bros jacket, the satin one from the 80s, dude, we just put up there. Pop that up. God damn it, that's sexy, dude. That's my fave. So just ordered that. Can't wait for that to come to the house. We pop those up on the site. Buy those. We got some knit caps. It's freezing out there. It's going to be cold in D.C. this weekend, kids. That Hard AF beanie I actually own. I fucking love it. It's my new favorite beanie. And then January 6th, we got the January 6th, the J6 Survivor shirts up there. And also, you can submit for Drinkin Bro of the Week. However, we would love to see your smiling faces in our studio. So come on up. Who do we got? Delco, play the music. Yeah.
Interim face, right?
Johnny Blue Skies.
Old Sturgill.
Yeah, big fan. Are you a Sturgill Simpson fan?
Yes, I am.
Same here, man.
Absolutely.
He fucks, doesn't he?
He's incredible.
That dude rocks, dude.
He came and played in Huntsville, where I'm from, Alabama.
I know where
Way
Huntsville-
down in
I've been
Alabama.
there. I've
Yeah.
been to Huntsville, Alabama.
And,
There's a minor league team there.
Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Nailed it.
The
We tried to sponsor them.
they're the top selling.
For Hard AF Seltzer, I'm
Yeah,
not kidding.
top selling like minor league apparel of all time.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
wow.
We
Yeah.
tried to get in the stadium. I think we're talking to them in March again. Everybody, tell everybody your name.
Alex. Gonna
Okay.
leave the last name out.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I have a
understand.
real job.
After a show like this, I get it, Alex.
Yeah,
You've been
absolutely.
drinking Hard AF all day.
Number 3.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Look at you,
This
dude.
man, the other man out here, he's killing them right
Yeah,
there.
he was mowing through them earlier this morning, dude. I don't
Absolutely.
know what his body count's up to, but we'll get to it.
A little
too.
high.
Who do you want to give Drinking Bro of the Week to?
I got a couple people.
Got?
Number 1, my brother got me onto the show.
Is he here?
No, he's back home.
Oh, because you looked at that dude like he was your brother, so I didn't know.
No, he loves Dan, loves Ross, loves the whole gang.
Yeah.
But
you said Dan first.
yeah, but he got me onto the show. Started listening in
2021.
No shit.
Yeah, when I was down on the border.
Hell yeah.
With the military. So
Yeah.
I started listening to you guys like every day that I could. You know,
Fuck yeah,
running
we
through the list.
appreciate
Yeah,
it, dude.
it's great.
Is that your first time having the seltzer?
No, I've had them a couple times. My dad, number 2 drinking bro of the day.
Okay.
He loves these things, man. He has gotten absolutely rocked on them.
Same, man.
Yeah.
I love them too. They're selling out everywhere. I got a message from somebody earlier. It was like, hey, man, in San Antonio, they're always sold out. I was like, it's a good problem to have. I mean, shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Out of the grocery stores and all that other stuff. So yeah. We're working on Tall Boys right now, actually.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll show you this now. So they sent me these samples. I just sampled that tea.
Okay.
We're coming out with a tea
It's
here.
like a hard tea. Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, but
as
only
well?
in yes,
Yeah.
and we'll be the only one to market with that, but only in Tall Boys. So it'll be in
Excellent.
like single cans, and we're working on the final formula now. But they send you these little test bottles here.
Okay.
You make notes, you ship them back, and all that other stuff. But yeah, so if you go to wefunder.com/hardafseltzer, you can invest. That's the next round of investing is going to Tall Boys. So we're making these in Tall Boys that'll go out into Circle K's and racetracks all over America and all that stuff. So
Excellent.
That's where that money's going to right now. It's at the top of the screen here if you just want to click the link on YouTube. We appreciate being here. What's your favorite flavor?
I think the watermelon. Watermelons, yeah.
Watermelon fucks, dude.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't like the strawberry shortcake, but
Really?
it didn't
it-
sit right with me. But but the
here's
new
thing.
flavor is awesome.
Oh, thank you. But
Yeah.
here's why I love the strawberry shortcake. It tastes identical. I think the reason why people were iffy on it was that original batch was it tastes like it's got a shit ton of sugar in it.
Yeah. I think that
it's
was
just
it.
the imagery of it. And we had a meeting about it, and sure enough, yeah, that was the feedback. A bunch of women were like, "Hey, I feel like I'm drinking a dessert," and I was like, "Fair enough. That makes sense." So yeah,
absolutely.
We appreciate you being here. Who's up next? I know you guys have been hanging out all day.
Ross, I
come on
got
down.
one last drink, bro.
Oh, you got 3.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you said 2.
So my brother, my dad,
Okay.
and then my buddy Joe, recently deceased. He passed away in a car wreck on his way home for Christmas, and so his
Fuck, are you serious?
I'm being dead serious. Yeah, he was a recon Marine badass motherfucker.
God damn it, man.
He was that guy that just the baddest dude that I know, and we lost a really good one, but he's my final drinking bro of the week. I really
His
appreciate
fault?
it.
Other guy's fault? Who was it?
No, he's in a car wreck by himself on his way home Christmas Eve.
Fuck.
Yeah, so 2 days from now, I'm
Going back to the funeral?
flying back home. Yeah, for the funeral. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Alabama.
Okay. Oh, back to Huntsville.
Yeah, so
Shit.
I'm here for a couple of us are here for Army training, and
Okay.
reached out on Instagram, said tried to figure out when you guys were
Yeah.
recording, and
somebody hit me up and I said, "Hey, come on Thursday." I forget who it was.
that was me.
Oh,
That was
okay,
me.
great. Yeah, I was
so,
like, come on Thursday.
Yeah, so able to make it here because class ended a little bit early today. We're flying out tomorrow, but yeah,
Tits, dude.
Yep.
We
so
appreciate
we
it.
were able to make it, and we really appreciate it. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. If you want to
It
take a
blows me
12-pack, go
away
ahead.
that you guys are like open the door and walk
We
on in.
tell everybody on the
you
show.
can do whatever. Yeah,
And when
it's
you
crazy.
come in, it's like, hey, dude, just drink, hang out, do whatever you want. If you want to take a 12-pack, go ahead.
Yeah,
We don't give a
absolutely.
shit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Ross.
Who else is, who do we got here? Oh, the chatty one. Oh, I remember you from Ross Patterson Revolution this morning, dude. Yeah. Did you drink out of that yet?
Not yet.
All right, good, because I'm sick.
But I cut the side of it. So you can
Cut
open
the side of it open for me
so
here.
that you can twist, open it a little bit.
Yep.
All right.
Go to the microphone. Put that about an inch from your face. All right, this is Iron Roots. Is
I
it
am pretty
Harbinger or Harbinger?
Harbinger.
Okay, Harbinger. Where's this from?
Iron Root from Denison, Texas. From Denison.
Okay, Denison, Texas.
Yeah.
Gotcha. There's a college. in
They're
Ohio named Denison.
like a new and up and coming whiskey company up there.
Okay.
And
It's a beautiful
they have-
bottle.
Yeah, they have some of the like some of the really new best stuff.
Iron
and
Roots Harbinger.
they have
What's
become
the
one of my more favorite
What's
stuff.
the ABV on this,
That one is 115.
bro? 115.
It's really good though. It's really good. It's
Look,
really
I'll
good.
take your fucking word for
Yeah.
it.
Like just twist it because I cut
Oh,
the
is it?
side.
Oh, you
yeah.
did? Okay, good.
There you go. I pre-cut it for you.
I appreciate
you know?
that. I was about to
Yeah.
ask for the Montana knife.
Yeah. I felt there was gonna be like a little issue there. So
Yeah. 115. You motherfucker.
man, just take a little bit of a sip because it's strong,
fine. Because
but-
I got to go to my kid's soccer thing tonight, so that's gonna be a blast when they're like, oh hey, we smell 115 on your
Yeah.
husband's breath, the
Man,
coach's
it's-
breath.
It has some like viscosity to it. Yeah, it's still 115.
He was funny. Man, that'll like I said, I'm Dan and I at the tail end of these colds, and like, holy shit, I'm on the Z-Pack. That cleared everything out right away. My
But
God,
hey-
dude, I just had fucking flashbacks to my grandmother giving birth. Like
They
that
won
brought me back 3
world's best
generations.
whiskey of the right there. 2
From
years
who?
ago.
Who gave him that?
It was 2 years ago. I think it was the California.
USA Today.
Yes.
Reader's
So-
choice. Goddamn. All right. Look, it's good. 115 though is
You
shouldn't be drinking till 115.
You
in the
really
morning.
gotta like work up to like over 96 proof. Once you get over 96 proof, then if you go under it, it tastes like sugar water.
96. I start beating my wife. 115. I
Man,
beat her
like,
even harder.
I drink most of my stuff around like 110 and 115 because it just tastes a lot better. And then you can just add water to it to like make it like a little bit less.
Oh, I know.
So you start high, go
Trust
low.
me, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
But either way, that's some of my new favorite stuff.
Okay.
But I wanted you guys to have some of it because you haven't like had any of it since I've listened, and it's a good.
We'll
it's good
keep it
stuff.
on the shelf here.
Hey.
We'll keep it on the shelf for
I'm
sure.
somebody drink. So
who do you want to give Drinkin Bro of the Week to?
all right. So
what's your name first of all?
Oh yeah, my name is Luke Marshall.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to share either like my first and last name.
Oh, I know you're not afraid to share.
Oh, not afraid to share. I'm very
Like,
loud.
shut the fuck
I am
up earlier.
Very fucking loud.
Yeah.
So my Drinking Brother of the Week goes to Marcus Godinez.
Okay.
So he taught me everything I needed to know to be where I am at my life right now. 20 years ago, like I work in the collision industry, and he took me under his wing and he taught me everything I needed to know to be able to do a good job, be patient, and fix cars the right way. And I would not have a house or a paid off car if it were not for him. So yeah, he's my guy.
That's awesome.
You know?
That's awesome, man.
And that's him. You know? But I will say the second one would be maybe Steve Irwin.
The crocodile guy?
Yeah.
Lost his life to that stingray?
Yep.
Yeah, right in the heart.
Whenever I was younger, I was really obsessed with him. And
How obsessed?
Man,
How many times
I
you come?
watched all of. Did not do any of that. No,
It's fine.
I watched all of his episodes, and I watched the movie, and he made me respect animals and not be afraid of them.
Bob's a big fan of Bindi.
Yeah. Look, I mean,
daughter.
like Terry Irwin they probably have some good stuff going on.
Boy,
you know?
who's up next, guys? I'm not going into the dead crocodile guy's life. Okay? There's a couple. He's like shaking his head. He's like, I can't fucking come up, dude. I understand. What's your job? Yeah. You know, I did. I shouted out Bob Euchre earlier, dude. Just a bit outside. Big fan. You want to come on up? Come on up. And he can't because of his job. I understand that. He said off camera, he was one of the FBI agents for J6. He was pushing people in. No, go in. It's fine. It's super warm. I know you guys have been cold out here. Just have fun. It's J6. Live your life.
What's going on, Ross?
What's up, dude? You were here yesterday.
2 days ago, but
2
yeah,
days ago.
close enough.
Shit. Man, I live in this studio, so I didn't think I left here till 10 last night.
Gross.
Well, it's my life, bro.
Well, I was working until midnight last night.
Yeah.
So.
And
yeah.
again, we're Z-packing it up here before we get on flights to Washington, D.C. tomorrow.
I grabbed some of those Lucy's. Those are freaking good.
I know, they're great.
Got one in right now.
Yeah. You can have one more if you want. There's a 10 up here.
Hell yeah.
Tell everybody your name.
My name is Brad. Last name redacted because I have a real job.
Oh, shit. Congratulations, Brad.
Yeah,
Not
thanks.
anymore. Not anymore, Brad. Just lost that job today, friends.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I've been listening to the show for almost day one.
Shit.
So not quite day one, but
you know what's weird is somebody sent me an episode the other day, and they were like, "Man, do you hear how different your voice is?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah." I mean, your voice gets deeper as you get older, but
yeah. I mean, tender age of 30. I just turned 33 on Sunday, so
you
we're in
look
the same
older
boat
than
now.
me.
What's that?
Yeah, you look older than me. That's weird.
Yeah, no, it's
strange.
It happens. You know, when you got it, right?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, and I got it.
So
I got it.
Obviously.
Who do you want to give a Drinkin Bro of the Week to?
I got a couple, but I came prepared, so I'm just going to fire them off. My brother Jim turned me onto the show. I was a follower of Black Rifle Coffee and stuff like that before, and he's like, "Hey, you know, like Matt and Jared and what is it?" He's like, "They got a podcast." I'm like, "Okay, I didn't know about that."
Yeah.
So and then jumped in on like episode 30, 40, somewhere around there, and then went to the back catalog, started episode 1, and you know,
here we are.
Went forward from that. So he's deceased now, so R.I.P. But yeah, I got him, my real dad, Jerry, my stepdad.
My dad's name is Jerry too. There you go.
Hey, hell yeah. So he passed
away. With a G or a J?
With a J.
Same.
Nice.
All right, good.
But yeah, he passed away when I was 8. My stepdad, Terry, Jerry and Terry.
Jerry and Terry?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, right?
Jerry and Terry? Jerry and Terry? Where y'all at, Jerry and Terry? Dinner's ready.
But no, he stepped in, with my mom and my sister and me, and
with arms wide open.
Yeah,
yeah. Like Scott Stapp, I get it.
Yeah, you got to create it up,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 100%. Awesome dude. Help me. You come in the picture and you're just like, man, I just lost the most important person in my life, but like, he stepped up and he's been fucking great. And then my baby mama, Michaela, got to give a shout out to her.
Okay. Are you guys not married?
No. No, we're not.
Somebody said, hang on. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you got a ring on, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't?
No ring on it.
Put a ring on it, dude. What's happening there? Was it just like a Waffle House waitress? What was it?
No, not a Waffle House waitress.
Okay.
Just, we ended up hooking up, and, we got 2 kids now, and I know what you're going to say. Oh, man, just hurry up and get fucking married, because, we've been together.
How long you guys been together?
Almost 6 years.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
Got 2 kids.
I know. You say this all the time.
Yes, why? What are you doing?
She'd been married twice, divorced twice, cheated on twice, and,
She still got some alimony rolling in?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, you're good then.
But
never mind. That's when I redact that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Keep that money flowing, brother.
Yeah. So we're just, we're figuring things out, but we got 2 kids together, Denicio and Augustine, 1 and 3.
Nice. Congratulations.
So Michaela and then Denicio and Augustine, my 2 boys, Drinkin Bros of the week.
Hell yeah, dude.
So just fire those off really quick. So
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I got a whole fucking day, dude. I live in this goddamn place.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So we're good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. Is there anybody else? You guys, most of you real jobs? Real jobs, you can't come up here? Yeah. Dude, I see you. I know exactly where you were January 6th, dude. Pushing people in, you fucker. You were pushing them in. You pushed that granny in.
You can see him in the back scene.
Push that granny. Oh, grab the podium. No, you're fine. It's all fine. You're under arrest. Kicking open doors, dude. Who are you here to arrest? Somebody, right? From J6? Dan knows. Dan knows. Dan knows what you do for a living. Appreciate you tuning in, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin Bros Fake News. Good night, everyone.